gunk that, sitting out in the sun for too long.
Yeah, he's not that tasty, but he sure is a utility, that's all I can say. He doesn't really have any fighting abilities, he can just really change the environment well.
I don't know if I'm lucky or unlucky, but anytime I run a game, I always have a character that comes up that has a relation or some kind of similarity to what I have planned. Honest to God, you guys will see what I mean. I'll leave it up to you guys to guess who I'm talking about.
My character is kind of like a truck because he has 6 conditions and can immediately revive himself, but other than that, he's not that good.
Alright, so let's see. I guess we should probably get started. Is this person still around?
Gold?
No, not Gold. There is Lady D.
They don't appear to be online.
Oops. Alright, well, I guess we'll start. So what we'll do is, just to get a basic idea of the character concept, we'll start with your playbook, what abilities you have, and your backstory questions will kind of fill in everything around that, so we'll have a basic idea of who is on our team. So who would like to go first?
I'll go first.
On the list, yeah.
Let's just go down the list. I got me going first.
Okay, cool.
So my character is XL5, also known as Ulysses. He's a newborn. His moves are a mind of his own, where he can rapidly evolve. He can take a condition to get brand new abilities to adapt to a situation. His second ability is regeneration, where if he's taken out, he can immediately be back on his feet. However, he has to take he clears 3 conditions and chooses 3 from the list below. He has to change the gender identity, his physical appearance, forget all his lessons, lose an important memory, or swap another ability.
Oh right, the newborns extra is the lessons. That's kind of cool. I've always wanted to try GMing one of those. I don't know how far we'll get into it in a one shot, but it's a good concept.
And then his final ability is damage, because I took we get 1 advancement, right?
Yeah, 1 advancement, everyone.
Yeah, my 1 advancement was I took a move from my playbook to take damage, which I get another condition where it's a +1 to a powerful blow. To clear it, I need time or help or an ability.
Okay, right, no problem. So you'll just remind me if any of your moves, just generally, anyone, during play, always just remind me if any of your playbook moves apply and you want to use that.
Alright, and you want me to go over my lessons, or?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so the 2 lessons I filled in were always protect the innocent and never kill anybody who doesn't deserve it.
Ooh.
It's a nice caveat on there.
Yeah. He's kind of being operated under the laws of machinery of don't kill people if you're a robot, essentially. He's not a robot, but like he's just being kind of forced to operate under that.
Still rocking the 3 laws.
Yeah.
Asimov's 3 laws of robotics.
Yep, he's just basically can't really kill people. He can hurt them, but he can't kill them unless like he thinks they really deserve it.
Mass form fillable. I need to pull up your playbook so I can follow along. So let's see. This is the newborn, so that's the limited playbooks.
Yep, the 3 abilities I took were regeneration, damage, and a mind of its own, or a mind of their own. And I guess I'll go over my questions now, correct?
Yeah.
Alright, so who created me and why? My creator is Professor Organo. Yeah, he created it accidentally when he was trying to make some sort of shape-shifting creature thing that he could use to do cool stuff with. He succeeded, but not really how he wanted it to. He didn't really want it to be sentient.
Yeah.
Basically, you're flubber, but slightly more sentient.
Yeah, I'm flubber, but highly dangerous.
Yeah.
And less likely to dance.
So the danger you pose, is it toxic in nature, or is it something else?
No, it's just kind of like this gelatinous material that he can shapeshift at will with. Okay. I mean, you don't want to eat it, of course. You'll probably die if you eat it, but other than that.
Okay, so shapeshifting. I'm just
Oh, yeah.
kind of.
Oh yeah, I
trying to
forgot.
get a
I
sense.
forgot to say his two abilities, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
his two abilities are he can. Yeah, it's. Oh yeah, shapeshifting isn't on there, was it?
No.
Elasticity is, though.
Yeah, he's
Elastic-
elastic, I guess, in the way
Yeah.
that. And he's super durable and super strong.
All right, great. That makes sense. So and sorry to interrupt. By the way, I'm just catching up with the newborn playbook.
No, yeah, I can totally forget about abilities. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and your 2 lessons that you have already.
Yeah, 2 lessons are always protect the innocent, and never kill anybody who doesn't deserve it.
All right, excellent. That makes a lot of sense.
How it's different from other humans? Well, it's basically a slime monster. It's capable of taking new forms and rapidly changing, and with the ability of minor sometimes not of its own will.
Okay.
And who outside the team is my caretaker? Well, it's the creator, Professor Organo.
Cool.
What?
Yeah.
Sorry. It's the question of what about humanity fascinates me the most,
Yeah.
and it's how unique every human can be, because my character just kind of copies whatever he sees, essentially. So.
Oh, okay, right. Yeah, that's good. I like that one. All right. So who created you and why? Could you just give me like a little bit on the professor? I think you mentioned a bit about him, but I probably missed some of it.
He is, I guess, a biology professor. I don't know what the profession is of creating shape-shifting monsters.
Yeah.
Mad scientist with a mad science with a minor in biology.
I guess,
He could be
yeah.
material sciences. He could be inorganic. We don't know.
Yeah. There's
And
a lot of cross training at higher levels, so yeah, he'll have a few disciplines, I'm assuming.
Yeah, he is a professor of multidisciplinary studies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is pretty smart.
It would
And he
be
also
like,
kind of realizes, hey, I made flubber, should probably control it.
yeah, it would be like xenobiology and particle physics or something like that.
Yeah. I don't know the exact terms for it, so let's just say he's a professor of shape-shifting monsters.
Yeah, that's cool. Alright, so okay, good. So we'll come back to that in a while once I have a better idea of how everyone fits into this, because I think the professor fits well. So I think that's pretty good. Who would like to go next? That would be Cody.
I can go up next. Alright, my character's name is Bryn Bere, or the Dual Han. And, God damn it. Being on my phone does not make this easy, since this is also where all my notes are.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no.
I've copied a few into my bio and info, so I should hopefully get out of that.
Sure.
The powers that I picked, or the 2 abilities I picked, were impossible mobility and supernatural senses.
Okay, good. You'll just remind me
the
of that when you
moves-
have to do like assess the situation and stuff.
Supernatural senses is more in the sense that I effectively have 2 heads. Where where my head's away from my, I'll have all my senses as if my head was there as well.
Oh, okay, so it's kind of like along the lines of astral projection. Okay.
Yeah, similar to that, except the head and that's rolling around somewhere else is the actual real one.
Cool. All right then.
The moves I picked were, of course, the mask, which I chose to go with danger. And then I also picked Game Face and I'll Save You. Game Face being the one that gives me +1 ongoing to in a direct pursuit of a goal. The one that allows me to either mark a condition or reveal my identity to someone as if I would a 12+ and defend.
Oh yeah, just giving some directions to the other player.
Okay. The 3 things I picked for my secret identity is schoolwork, and popularity, and I work as a waitress for a cosplay cafe known as Sweet Heroics.
Excellent.
which is a bunch of all the people dress up as up and coming superheroes.
All right, that's good. That's pretty
Fun thing for that is someone else does dress as me, which creeps me the hell out.
So wait, is the staff dressed as the superiors, or is it for like a cosplay crowd?
The staff.
Kind of? Okay, okay, cool. All right, that's pretty cool. I like that.
And that for let's see, the only other thing I have left is backstory. I put on my mask at the encouragement of my father after my head came off, and not knowing what else I could really do with my life. A lot of things I wasn't able to do anymore because of it, and that my father suggested to try and be a superhero, so I opted to go that route. And I keep my secret identity, my identity secret, and for the main reason being to try to hide and keep my family safe and hide from the man who cut off my head.
Oh, okay. So you're like nearly headless Mick.
Like
Fully headless.
Like like my head is no longer connected to my body. Effectively, a magic sword and cut it off from a villain that was wrong place, wrong time. He doesn't know the full powers of the sword yet. Cut off my head, and then it just activated my innate meta genes.
So do you like tie it on when you're going about your normal life, or what?
My father created a metal rig that like hooks under my shoulders and that like stabs into my neck.
That sounds extremely painful.
So he built like
painful, but I'm used to it by this point. I've had
built a
this
clamp for your
like
brain.
so he impaled you back onto your body.
Somewhat. It's more just like every time I go to put my head on, I have to put it in.
Oh, okay.
It's not so bad when I'm in costume and I can just flick a couple switch effectively switches. Yes, clasp. That is what I was looking for. Thank you. Onto my helmet, and that it just stays on fine that way.
Okay.
But without it, it's not fun.
All right.
And the only people who know I'm the hero is my father and my boss.
Okay, cool.
I've had to run out on enough shifts where I've pretty much been forced to tell her.
Oh, okay. So, like, we know what the newborn basically looks like. You know, we have a picture of it. So, what does your hero side look like?
And my hero side is the picture that I'm currently using.
Okay, great. And
I got that commissioned a little bit ago, and it turned out pretty well.
excellent. All right. So, all right, that's great. So, did we get to your questions as yet? We can probably run through those now.
I got two more the backstory questions, and that I did realize I forgot to give my advancement. The advancement I took was the Kirby Craft move from the Outsider playbook.
Okay, sure.
Which is fast and mobile, or fast and maneuverable, fast and maneuverable and chameleon plating, which allows me to just change it from pretty much my normal bike to my super bike.
Excellent.
And the two weaknesses is it's unarmed and it is difficult to repel the chameleon plating.
It's difficult to?
Yeah, difficult to repair.
Oh, to repair. Okay, yeah, no problem.
Yeah, so once it gets damaged, it's pretty much just locked in one form and I can't swap it back and forth, and it's a pain in the ass to get it fixed.
Okay, yeah, that's cool.
Who gave you that? Who made it?
My
Where'd
fault.
you get that?
I took a bit of liberties with the Kirby Cup being it's actually made on this planet and being made by my father Maxwell.
Okay.
And that, and for the other two backstory questions, my mother hates all the flying heroes around and would not approve of me being one of them if she knew who I was. And for the why I care about the team is one of you is going to be obviously my friend from the relationship stuff, and between you and drawing me into the team and getting and just a team doing good work in general is why I stay.
Okay, cool. Alright, is that the questions? Anything else? I think that's it.
For one slot, that's all I need to go into.
Alright, just remind me again, who thinks the worst of your masked identity?
Pardon?
Who thinks the worst of your masked identity? I think I missed that part.
Oh, the worst? Oh, my mother.
Oh, okay, great, cool.
Well, she doesn't know who I am, she just hates the heroes in general.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Alright, great. So that's all Janice. And who will be next?
That's going to be me playing Apex the Bull.
Okay, great.
Obviously, my abilities are the abilities of all bulls. I am super strong, super tough, and capable fighting.
Yeah.
For my moves, I have thick and thin skinned. Whenever I have angry marked, take +1 on going to unleash my powers. Punch everyone when I charge into a fight without hedging my bets. I can shift my danger up and any other label down.
Yeah.
And for my advance, I took a move from the transformed. Coming for you. When I mark a condition, take +1 forward against the person I blame for causing it.
I like that one.
I have anger issues.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then for my Bull's Heart move, I have Defender. When I leap to defend my love or rival in battle, I can roll Danger instead of Savior.
Excellent.
For my backstory questions, who changed you? He wasn't so much changed as his latent superhuman abilities were awakened.
Yeah.
He was the child of a very abusive father, who just beat the tar out of him all the time.
Oh, okay.
And it was finally during one of these beatings in his early teenage years that his powers awoke and he lost it and nearly beat his dad to death. Did not kill him, but beat the tar out of him.
Good.
You know, authorities got involved. Caveats for latent awakenings of superhuman abilities that, you know, grant some leniency and that kind of stuff. And basically his father is in jail for child abuse,
right?
Because it all came out and whatnot, and he still lives with his mom, but they don't really talk much because she's afraid of him, and he's kind of mad at her for letting it go on for so long, and it's really awkward. But so how did I escape from them? Obviously, I beat the crap out of him, and got the police involved, and it was a whole big dramatic event. Who outside the team tries to take care of you? Basically, one of his neighbors is an old retired hero who was himself a brick, basically.
Okay.
So somebody else who was super strong and super tough and whatnot,
Yeah.
and has kind of like taken on a loose mentorship role to try and, you know, guide him in using his powers so he doesn't hurt people, and you know, so he taught him how to. He's the one who taught him how to fight so that he could leverage his abilities without, you know, taking somebody's head off. And that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's important.
As for why he tries to be a hero, it's mostly for his mentor. You know, he is not the type to express it, but he's grateful for this guy for kind of taking over and kind of becoming a new father figure for him. And realizing that it would be dangerous to let him go off on his own, he kind of encouraged him to find some people to work with. And so, you know, he went out and he's gotten involved with some other teenage heroes who are the team, of course. And he started to develop some kind of connections to them, but he's still, you know, clearly very reserved. You know, he doesn't trust people easily. So.
Yeah, that'll happen. What is the sheet? Player 2. Yeah, you can use the player 2 sheet.
Hi.
Hi there.
Hello.
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 Right, so
I've been listening to you creepily.
Oh, good. Yeah, good to have you on. So you can use the player 2 sheet, Lady D. So far we have the newborn, the bull. Guys, fill me in here.
Newborn,
Janus?
Bull, Janus, and Beacon.
I believe, yeah.
That's what we have.
Right. Cool.
Let me pull up the sheets. I might go Legacy then.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's cool.
Sweet.
All right, so we'll let the legacy go last, so she has some time to like look at the sheet and so on.
That makes sense.
Did I have a question for the bull? Something I wanted to find out. Oh, right. It wasn't the bull. It was just that something occurred to me when we are finished with the characters. Janus, then I'll probably ask you which of the team knows you are that hero. So
Yeah, of
I'll
course.
just have
Yeah, we've got relationships and influence and stuff to go through. We got a bunch of who
Yeah.
knows
But
what and who
we
knows
should probably know everyone before we do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of important.
Yeah. So
Instead of just blind picking somebody.
I don't feel like anyone would know my character.
Yeah. Because
So you're new.
with the Janus, you can have it where like nobody in the team knows who he is, or you can have it where I think the Janus has
Yeah.
at least one person. that
At
has
least
to know.
one person has to have been refused.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
doesn't
Has
mean
to-
they don't
yeah.
know now. That just means you refused them at some point.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it could be kind of fluid. So we'll get to that.
I think I already know what I'm doing for that one, but yeah.
All right. Excellent.
It's
So
me.
that the next person would be Dallas. Is it? Yeah. So the next person to introduce their character, you can go ahead.
It's our beacon.
Okay. So my character is the Beacon. Her hero name is Nulon, and she took that from Mulan. But she's the new Mulan, hence the name
Oh, the
Nulon.
cringe is real.
I regret nothing.
And
Yeah.
everybody clapped.
Oh my god. Okay. So let's see. Yeah. go on.
Her skills, aka abilities, are martial arts and gymnastics.
Mhm.
So for her backstory questions, how did you gain your skills? Ever since she was a little girl, in Hong Kong, before she moved, she's been studying martial arts, and she's used her family's resources because she's rich.
Yeah.
I don't. It's a one shot. I'm not going to go into the details unless you want me to, but.
No, a couple sentences is fine. You know, just so everybody has
Basically,
that thing. Yeah.
yeah, basically, her grandfather's land had coal in it, or had a mountain. He owned part of a mountain which was rich with coal, and he sold it to a Chinese coal magnate for lots of money.
All right.
And that money, and then his dad went to college and started a successful business,
Right.
etc., etc. So they have money, and she used that money to gain her martial arts skills. And since she moved, she's been taking circus, acrobatics, and gymnastics, just to keep in shape, is what she tells her family,
All right. Cool.
and expand her
Just to stay in
interest.
shape.
Well, and she's like expanding her interest. You know, it's a Chinese circus, so her parents approve. So,
All right. Cool.
when did you first put on your costume?
Uh-huh.
When she was on her way home from martial arts practice, and she made a stop at the bank just before it was robbed. And she was still wearing her leotard, she was wearing her gi at that point, but she sort of switched to like a leotard uniform-ish thing now. But ever since the bank was robbed, and she overheard the bank robbers, they recognized her, and they thought about kidnapping her for ransom.
Uh-huh.
And so she put on since she was already wearing her costume, she decided just to kick their asses because they weren't super powered.
Okay.
And and so that's when she started.
All right. Cool.
Who outside the team doesn't think you should be your hero? Her mom. She is very traditional,
Uh-huh.
so she thinks that she should be focusing on schoolwork and trying to find a husband, not being here, not running around in spandex.
Yeah.
That is a respectable parent goal.
And why do you try and be a hero? Well, mostly because she's an adrenaline junkie and she likes the thrill of it. She's lived a pretty privileged and sheltered and comfortable life,
Uh-huh.
so the thrill of like beating up bad guys is pretty exciting. And but she also thinks that because she has that she's rich, she should be doing good, and because she doesn't actually, it's not her money right now; it's her parents' money. She's gonna do what she can now, and to do as much good as she can. And right now, that's beating up bad guys.
Cool. Yeah, continue.
Sorry, I just saw that link.
You're welcome.
I wish she was One Punch Man, but then she'd be a bull.
What
She'd also
she
be
reminds
OP.
me of is that there's a series on Netflix called Sense8. And there's a character on there who is pretty much the same as you. It's a traditional Eastern
Oh,
background.
the Indian woman.
Yeah, her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't remember her name now.
Yeah, me neither.
She was running from marriage or something like that.
Yeah, and she was into underground fighting and that kind of
Yeah.
thing. It was like a
Oh yeah, that is pretty much my character.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what came to mind.
I have never seen this show, so I did not steal it.
Yeah, it's no. I wouldn't mind either way. You could check that out on your free time. It's a good show.
Okay, and then why do I care about Team? Well, I didn't actually think about. I usually did, but now that I actually introduced, probably has something to do with the fact that they are not ones to tell her to not be a hero.
Yeah.
And she appreciates that, even though they're all really freaking cool because we've got like a guy with super strength. We've got a walking goo monster.
Yeah.
Slime Man.
We've got
The Headless Horseman.
we got the headless horseman and whoever our legacy ends up being.
1 second. I gotta go walk my dog for like 7 minutes. I'm sorry. I'll be right back as quick
Yeah,
as I
that's
can
good.
be.
Okay.
Yeah, that's okay. You'll have time for that.
So yeah, they're all freaking cool.
All right.
So-
So like you grew up in was it Japan or China or something? You said
China.
China.
She moved when she didn't grow. She was there when she moved when she was 6.
Okay, cool. So you spend most of your life in Halcyon City.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And do you take part in like some of the family business dealings? Like, is there that element of them trying to like groom you to be the next head of the family affairs kind of thing?
Yes and no. They kind of, because I'm an only child, they kind of argue about it all the time. It's like, my dad does take
It should go to a son, but you're what they've got, kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like my dad, like my mom, who is the more traditional of the two, which is generally it's kind of that's weird to some people, but it's just how they are. She doesn't think I should, but my dad my dad's more practical. It's like, I'd rather have, if I'm going to when I pass away, I'd rather have somebody in my family take my business and not some outsider.
Yeah.
So I'm going to, so he'll take me to work from time to time. I'm generally not that interested because I'm more interested because sitting around in a blouse, listening to people talk about, business is really boring.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I'd rather go kicking.
Yeah,
go ahead.
the reason why I asked is because like I think that's going to be how we get you into the first scene when it starts. So,
Oh, that's perfectly fine. Yeah, no, that's totally acceptable.
all right, cool. So
It's like my mom doesn't like it, but she's not the she's not the one in charge of the business. So
yeah, that rings true. That we can pretty much understand what's going on there. So that's good. All right. So I think that's your backstory questions, I believe.
Yep, that's all of them.
All right, cool. So
Oh
is
yeah,
it-
for my
Uh-huh.
for my moves, I chose Suck It Dominitan
Yeah.
and Pretty much a superhero, since my family is like well known and stuff.
Right, cool.
And then for my advance, I took my moment of truth, if that's okay.
Yeah,
if it's not,
yeah.
I'll change it.
No, it's okay. I mean, just don't wipe stuff out of the continuity too early. But yeah.
Oh
you
no,
can
I'll
do
save it for. I might not even use it, but I'd rather like.
It's a no shit button.
Yeah, exactly.
It's an oh shit button, or it's a okay. This is a chance for me to be like. This is everyone is yeah. It's either an oh shit button or fuck. It'd be really badass if I did this. If I did it, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna do it.
Yeah,
I'm not
no,
gonna just blow it early because that's not fun.
yeah.
It's supposed to be. It's supposed to be my character. Being a badass and taking out somebody who's important.
Yeah, because your character backstory there is kind of poised to have a moment of truth.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. So that's cool. And besides, the MC is supposed to be able to swing with that. That's not on you entirely. So it's cool. All right. Who do we have next? I believe we have 2 more characters to look at.
Nope, just one. Just the legacy.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
Still working, I think.
All right, so let's see. Lady D, what's the name of the character that she choose?
I don't think we've got one yet.
All right, so Lady D, can you hear us?
Here.
Okay, great. So did you find the character sheet on the Roll20 game?
Finally got there. Just
Alright.
going in, I picked +1 for my superior.
Yeah.
My character overall, her legacy name, I'm going a big name, Paragon.
Yeah.
Been going on for a very long time. This has been, her mom did it, her grandpa did it, his grandma did it. Paragon has been a big name in superhero for ages. Whole situation.
Yeah, so you see where I am putting in like name and stuff, and well, you can put in all your other stuff. You can put in your moves and whatever and whatever. All right, so walk us through the character. Like, which suite of powers did you choose?
Yeah. Okay. I picked Symbol of Authority.
Nice.
Picked Never Give Up, Never Surrender.
Yeah, those are cool. So abilities. Yeah, there's like you have to choose one of the 5 groups of abilities. Did you pick one?
8.
Your actual superpowers.
I picked basic. You got super strength, invincibility, eye beams, flight. Typical Superman stuff.
Okay, so you get 3 of those by default.
But take 2 powers. I'm going with an invincibility.
Invincibility and what was the first one? So like how it works is these 5 powers, your legacy has these 5 powers, but since you are only now starting out, you don't have all 5 as yet. So you have 3.
Unless you use your advancement to take the last 2.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you have 3, and you get the other 2 later on. But you do get a free advance for this game. I'm letting everyone do a free advance. So there is an advance you can take that gives you all 5.
Which is probably what I would take for you.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna take.
All right,
Yeah.
cool. So you have all 5. So that's great. All right. So
Okay,
that's the
it
suite.
matters so much in the drama anyway, but why not?
Yeah, that's cool. All right. So let's look at your backstory questions, and you can introduce us to more of the character. So you were saying that it's the name of the name is Paragon. So when did you officially start playing the part of Paragon, so to speak?
I think she's been doing it, my character, probably for about a year now. It probably happened when she turned, let's say, 17. Teenager, good for publicity, all that stuff.
Yeah. All right, great. And what's the greatest accomplishment of your legacy? Well, you go ahead. You lead us through the questions.
I'm back.
Okay, cool.
The greatest accomplishment for her, I think she was
For your whole
able.
legacy. For your whole legacy. This is.
Oh, definitely. Oh, they saved the goddamn planet at one point. Like, It's like, you know, I can save a boatload of children from falling into a river or something, but hanging over my head is the fact that the galaxy was saved by my grandpa.
Nice.
Like, that is just...
Alright, cool. I like that. And the next one?
Your legacy? I think it's super positive. Like, this is not, like, I think there might be, like, a statue in the middle of town with, you know, some great-great-grandparent of mine. Like, it's very much... It's everyone knows the name Paragon. This is not necessarily associated with me.
Yeah, that's the basic idea behind the legacy. So that's good.
So, like, your family is what people think of when they hear the word superhero. That first thought is.
It's those colors that, you know, that's what.
That style, that uniform.
You've got the big red and blue S going on.
Yeah.
That's what people think when they think superhero. Like, we, you know, over the years, the cape went away, but that's still, there's a certain image. And it's...
No capes.
Ban all capes.
How does your legacy tie into your reasons for being a hero? I don't think even in her mind that there's a choice. This is what she's been trained for. This is what she was going to do since day one.
All right, cool. And just for curiosity, is her personal... Like, has she ever thought about not being part of the legacy, or is she, like, fully on board with the legacy mission and vision?
This is a teenage superhero story, so, you know, there's always that some doubt, but there's also that guilt behind that doubt, you know? It's, you know, sure, I've considered, you know, maybe being a paralegal, but that I'd be letting everyone down.
Okay, cool. Why do you care about the team?
Superhero team is imperative, you know. It's, you know, teamwork gets more efficient and everything. I think it's just a part of the whole.
Yeah.
You have to have a team.
Yeah, and I think like your parents and so on would kind of encourage you to be the leader of your own team, even though you probably don't see it as them underneath you, but it's kind of like they're glad you are developing your own team.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's just like, although I would definitely try and like be my character being so gung ho about this, it'd be like trying to become leader at like trying to not so much fight you for leadership, but like I want to be leader at some point. It's one of
like
my
a back and forth.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, but it does make sense that would be the case, because remember, this is a budding new group, so to speak. So like, you know, there's no hierarchy. So there's always this idea that any one of you could be the leader. And
it's like I'm not, you know, I'm not a bitch about wanting to be leader, but it's like if I think I can be leader, I'll like, I got this.
Yeah.
One second. The idea of there being drama of
slime guy for leader.
No, your character like being really, really irritated that at the assumption that my character just should be leader, because you're so much, you know, like, shouldn't it be about ability?
Yeah.
That's drama. That's good.
Sorry about that, Mike. It just randomly rebooted itself.
Oh yeah, that's cool. I hope you didn't miss too much. All right. What was the next thing? All right. So, are there any more questions for the legacy? I was gonna ask, like, what is your civilian cover, so to speak, or like, do people know that you are the legacy, or do you have a secret identity?
I don't think she does. I honestly think with this character, the fact that she has a person, like, she lives outside of the costume is more of the secret identity than her secret identity.
Yeah. So like, so when you are in civilian, people don't know that you are Paragon?
Or do they?
It's sort, but it's not like I wear a costume. It's just a sort of thing of, you don't think Paragon has a secret identity. It's like, I don't wear a mask or anything, but it's, you don't think.
Oh, okay. So Paragon, you are Paragon 24/7. All right, cool.
Mask.
All right. All right, cool. That's good. I have no problem with that. That's good. So let's see. Is there any other questions I have for you? I don't think so. Okay, yeah. Well, we can probably do your legacy extras here. Name the different members of your legacy. At least 2. Someone who is still active, someone who's retired, the next possible member, and the greatest opponent your legacy ever faced.
Sure. Let's say I think my aunt is still active and prominent in the city.
Uh-huh.
My quite judgmental. Actually, no, let's make my grandpa. My grandpa's retired and quite judgmental.
Yeah.
Good.
Alright, cool. And do you have like a next possible member of your legacy?
Remember, sure, I can have like a little sister, you know, that.
Cool.
A good villain name.
Yeah, good villain name.
Well, you only need at least 2, so we can pull it off for that one since there's only 1 slot.
Yeah, it's like usually we collect the names of these things in case the GM sees an opportunity for them to be involved. So
Okay.
in this particular case, I don't think we will be using your greatest opponent. So it's okay if you don't have one offhand. If you do, it's fine. Either or. But just generally, it's more just to get a sense of the character.
Sure.
Alright, so I think we're good there. Just one last question. The aunt, does she also go by the name Paragon, or is there a way to differentiate the different members of the legacy?
I think she also goes by the name Paragon.
Alright. Yeah, so it'll be kind of like a Green Lantern kind of thing. Alright, so I think that covers all the backstories. So I think what we can do now is we'll do everyone just answer their when our team first came together question. Just because I do this because I want to get a sense of how the team works. Who is the one that charges in first? Who is the one that is more tactical? That kind of thing.
Are we going to answer like the required 4 questions?
No, just your personal questions. Honestly, I looked at the rules and there are no required questions.
There actually is.
People say that because of the fact that, for instance, they say the bull needs to be answered. But what that does is that question is there to set an opponent for the bull.
Well, we have a bull.
Yeah, if the bull is not there, then the thing that brought you guys together could just as well be something that is not a supervillain. It could be a natural disaster, or it could be something that you guys jumped in to save a group of people or something like that. So in this case, we have a bull. What does matter, however, is the order. So it does need to be answered in a certain order.
I asked what about the where though? The where, which I think is the Nova. There's a where question, and I think that one's important.
I think the Nova
not necessarily.
Yeah, not necessarily. The Nova is.
I mean, we can discuss where it happened, but it's not a like
It's somewhere in the city that's not entirely relevant to all. I'm super.
Okay.
You might get to go random suburb.
Yeah.
That's fair. I was just
As opposed to you pissed off the owner of a mall because you tore down half the building.
Yeah.
okay. I was just. I have to look at the book because like it's kind of the book kind of heavily recommends that you do it one way, but
Well, in the interest of time. And just to get, because it's more just to get a sense of your characters rather than to set a backstory for this one
that's
shot.
true. I've never actually done a one shot of this, so I guess that I gotta think of it differently.
Yeah, so it's just kind of like more a different theme for everything, so to speak. Yeah.
So yeah, never mind. Sorry about that.
No, that's okay. So we defeated a dangerous enemy. Who or what was it? That's the bull's question.
I don't have a good name for it,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm thinking it was like a demon type thing that was like the Vanguard leading an invasion from another dimension. Like it was like the scout, like not even like the fighting force, but like the scout who was supposed to come see if there's anything worthwhile.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I have a character. I have a outsider character who basically is that.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So like this answer now will give you to create a chance to create someone who is like an arch nemesis for your bull, like a good fight. You know, like how the internet really loves this idea of Batman versus Superman, that it's this epic fight. That's what this answer is your opportunity to do. Who versus your bull is going to be like an epic fight. So that gives us an insight into your character.
I mean, the bull versus Satan sounds kind of cool.
Yeah, it does.
It's like
I like that.
Satan's lieutenant.
Yeah,
Pazuzu.
yeah. What's the name of it? The Vanguard is someone who brings up your rear. Who's the scout? There's a name for the scout.
The Vanguard is the front.
Okay, yeah. I think I wouldn't be certain, so I wouldn't know. So yeah. So like excellent. They came and they met you and they got their tail kicked. The Janus, we saved the life of someone important, either to the city or to us. Who was it and why are they important?
It's going to be a little bit of both. My father, Maxwell, the Halloran Innovative Technology, a big tech mogul in the city, a huge corporation that's expanding outwards, and was caught in the middle of the fight with whatever demon it is we fought, and he was among the people that we had to get out of the way.
So is he like financing our team now? Is that what's going on?
He's financing me at the very least.
Okay.
Not sure. I
don't think Flyman has very good interest on him.
So it's cool that you have your grandfather with the resources. How does this affect you in terms of like your waitress job and so on? So would you still be leading normal civilian?
For the most part, I use money that I earn myself, but he's the one that takes care of my bike. If I break the rig from my neck, he'll take care of that.
Yeah.
For the most part, it's like he takes care of things that I'm. But for the most part, my waitress job is so that I can do things myself.
Yeah. He probably thinks that your ambition to take care of yourself is so adorable.
Oh, probably.
So would this guy help us too? Since like we all saved him. That's sort of the point of the question.
He probably helps in like smaller ways. Like he probably he wouldn't give us our own base or anything, but he'll he'll have if you have
he may provide us like basic gear, like communicator.
Yeah, walkie-talkies and stuff like that kind of.
Communicators.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Although we do have a beacon that could take that as well. So there's that as well.
Well, the beacon can take any something else if he wants, because I'm
oh no, it's not the beacon. It's the. I'm sorry, I'm thinking the protege. That's my bad.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, we don't have a protege.
But like basic stuff like communication and so on, I'm totally fine letting you guys have that, because I mean it's modern day Halcyon City. You guys would have means to communicate with each other.
I mean, we either use communicators or we use our phones. One of the two.
Yeah, so that's well and truly taken care of. So that's good. Alright, so grandfather. Good. Next would be
no, father.
Yeah.
Well, adoptive father.
Adoptive father. Okay, good. So next would be the legacy.
Oh, so mine is, all things considered, we did well and impressed an established hero. Who was it? Maelstrom?
Maelstrom. I like that.
They are like an alien type, so an outsider type. Like able to control the environment and that sort of thing, and
all right, very good. Nice. So that's workable. Our next one will be the beacon, I think.
Alright, so this whole thing was a part of a much larger conspiracy. I believe that's what that's the beacon question, if I'm not mistaken.
It was the start of something bigger. What were the signs?
I think the biggest sign of it was that well, so we rescued this big corporate magnate dude, right? So what I'm thinking is, and it was a demon that we fought.
Yep.
So what I'm thinking is that this was not just like some demon trying to, you know, this wasn't random. This was like demonic corporate espionage. Like this was someone hired some wizard or something to.
Someone made a deal with a demon to kidnap this guy, kind of thing.
Exactly.
That sounds good.
And like we
Oh,
found
no.
we found like the contract of like, you know, you can have this rich guy's soul, but I'll give you, I'll give you X, Y, and Z, but you have to kidnap this rich guy for me.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, that's cool. Alright, and that brings us to our newborn, I believe.
All right. So what's my question?
I think it was we found you, and like what was going on with that, or something like that.
Yeah, where and how did
yeah.
we find you, and who gave you your nickname?
So the team discovered you during the incident. Thanks to them, you reached the outside world and helped in the fight. Where and how did they find you? Who
So
gave
this is
you
like
the
somewhere in the
nickname?
city, correct? Like
Yeah, there'll be
Mhm.
somewhere in the city.
I would imagine the battle happened right outside their lab, and like a crack, like because I would guarantee I was being contained. Like a crack in my containment appeared, and I was able to slip through that.
Yeah.
And then I was like, hey, I should probably help these people. And my nickname, I was going off, like, he was thinking, like, oh, like, heroes, heroics, and, like, he saw, like, the Odyssey and, like, Ulysses, and he's like, perfect.
Yeah.
Could I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
Could it be the name on your the project name?
It would be like the name on the canister.
Yeah.
Name on the tank, like the cereal on the tank.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Because you would have been named because the scientist also thought himself to be well read.
He's like, the scientist, like, I'm smart, I made something, I wanted to be a hero, so I'll call him Ulysses.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like,
that'd be
he's
cool.
the perfect hero.
Alright, so the one things I would probably put forward are that the Janice's, you said was your stepdad?
Yes.
Alright, so the Janice's stepdad owns and operates, among other things, he owns and operates a skyscraper in the city. And there's like different floors and different sections where different companies and so on lease space. With the top parts of the skyscraper being kept for your stepdad's administrative and personal business interests needs.
Sounds good to me.
So in that skyscraper, somewhere, a few of the floors would be leased to whatever company Ulysses was birthed from.
So, like,
That
I would
sounds good.
I would live in that tower, essentially.
Well, you would have been created there because there would be lab
Yeah.
space there.
We could also go the method of you and your creation was a part of the general my father's company as well.
That's entirely up to you guys if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
because,
leave it
like,
at your call.
they weren't trying to make it sentient, like, at all. It was supposed to be, like, something you could, like, kind of control with, like, a controller. So it's supposed to be, like, kind of like a
Yeah.
toy, essentially.
So something a tech mogul would try
Yeah.
to find. So yeah, that could work perfect.
Right.
So a shape-shifting, remotely piloted infiltrator kind of thing.
Yeah, that could turn into different forms and, like, slip through cracks and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
But of course, the attack let it out early, and it fucked up and woke
Yeah.
up. And
Yeah, the containment.
Oops.
The containment got breached.
Uh-oh, we now have Slime Man.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs.
So I already have an idea how the legacy is gonna come in. So that's taken care of. The Janus, I am thinking that the place you work at would probably be like the first floor where there's like a food court or a restaurant.
So I
Second
think
sort of
you got a little
Like it's a
confused.
straight up like little cafe.
Yeah.
And so it's probably its own building.
Yeah.
So I think you got a little bit confused there because you said that Janice was the owner of the company, the building. I think you meant me.
No. I'm trying to see if
My stepfather.
yeah. So the person who had his wealth come from coal lands, yeah, you would be One of your
Okay.
business interests would also have some space leased in that tower.
Okay, I was a little confused. I apologize.
No, that's okay. I'm trying to set it up in a way that when we start, you guys are not scattered all over the city. Just for,
Yeah.
just for the sake
Same
of,
thing.
Take of convenience.
sake
You
of
know,
convenience.
I do have my bike, so it wouldn't take me too long to get there.
Yeah.
I just got a little confused because you said the Janus twice.
And I guarantee I could probably like slingshot myself somehow.
Yeah, I totally mix up names and people and stuff, so that is gonna happen, and it is completely going to be my bad, so I'm sorry about that. I'm not good with
Yeah, that's the thing with one sauce. It takes a while to get used to people.
Yeah. So, alright, so the Janus' stepdad is the one who owns the building. The Beacon, your headquarters will be in China. But of course you would have branch operations all over the world, including space leased in this building in Halcyon City.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So like they would have you focusing on this sector of the worldwide market where they are pushing their different sub companies and subsidiaries and so on. So you would have your things going on there as well. So like you would probably be in the tower for some legal.
Bring your daughter to
reason.
work day.
Yeah, it'll be something like that, where you have some sort of company stuff going on. So that's gonna be it. Let's do the relationships and influence, and then that will be it for the prep.
Want me to go first or?
Sure.
So my two relationships are Blank is an exemplary human. I'm going to take the chance to say I believe that Nulon, and that their name, is an exemplary human because they're rich, they're helping the poor. It's kind of like they're the ideal human being
Yeah.
to him.
Aww.
And they're doing it without any powers. Which
Yeah,
is,
without any
yeah.
powers.
Yeah, that's a big one.
And then for who I do not understand, it's going to be Bryn, because I don't understand why you always cover your face. Because he's like, everyone's unique, why do you hide that from people?
Yeah.
I think that works out well because I plan to use you as my you don't know who I am.
Yeah. Like, he's like, why do you always cover your face, essentially?
Excellent. All right. And does the influence follow that? Oh, you have to.
I give influence to everyone.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So you guys mark your influence as it comes up.
Everyone has influence over me because it's Slime Man.
All right, cool. All right, so who goes next?
Paragon?
Sure.
Could someone else go first? I'm still reading everyone's character profiles and playing a
Yeah. Mine's pretty long, so I don't blame you on that. I'll go next.
I was lazy, I didn't write one.
I'm gonna go with. I'm also gonna go with New Lawn, and me and my civilian life first.
Uh-huh.
And who's
That
this?
makes
Probably
sense.
also the reason why I joined the team. New Lawn.
No, but who?
Oh, the
I'm still
Beacon.
getting used to voices.
This is the other rich person.
Oh, this is Dulon.
Yeah.
They all look
Okay.
alike.
No, I'm the Dulahan. They are New Lawn.
No, I'm Dulon.
Oh god.
I was asking. I don't know who voice that was. So Dulahan
yeah.
knows. So I know who you are, and I
Yeah.
knew you before.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Sorry.
then I haven't told XL5 my identity, just because I don't see the reason to.
Alright.
Like,
I mean, yeah,
they're
what is he gonna
not-
do with that?
Well, it is specifically
Yeah,
you
exactly.
refuse to tell them your identity.
I try to hold off telling it to as many people as possible, and I think when they ask like why I cover my face, I kind of pushed them. I pushed them off for the most part. I don't.
Yeah.
I feel like he's the most likely person to probably blab about it, just because he doesn't understand.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
how it works with that that part of it is the Janus would answer someone who he thinks would be a risk to his secret identity or his superhero identity if they knew the connection. It does
Yeah.
not have to be.
That's how I'm gonna
risk,
do
or
it.
It just has to feel that way.
I'm gonna ask so that what just happened doesn't happen again. We all got confused about names. Just change your display name in Roll20,
Yeah,
please.
that would help me a lot as well.
I actually don't know how to do that.
Yeah,
So in the top right corner, you see the gear, like where you have like your chat
Yep.
buttons. Yeah, go to that and
Oh,
like
cool.
display name.
Just make sure you hit the
Okay.
save name button.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that would be a great help. All right. Is that it for the Janus?
Well, do we want to go
and
over
I'm
who
gonna
else
give
knows?
my influence to Nulon, and I'm going to give it to Paragon.
Okay. And yeah, the question of who knows you are one and the same, and who doesn't.
I think everyone else other than XL5 knows who I am.
Okay.
All right, cool.
He is like the fifth wheel at this point.
Hey, you know what? At least people have relationships with him at this point.
Yeah, his relationships are nobody wants to talk to him.
That actually makes sense as why everyone but you. Like, you don't really understand why I'm keeping a secret, so I don't trust you to keep it a secret. Paragon and Nulon are both like good heroes who and will know, and Apex would probably kick the shit out of me if he didn't know.
And
I mean, he wouldn't actually do that, but you're free to think that.
Yeah, that's it. Because the Janus will make a lot of judgment calls about the people around him, because that's kind of the mindset where
Yeah.
they see themselves as the one responsible person who has to kind of evaluate everyone else.
Well, I always think of it as the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon series where he teamed up with like Nova and Iron Fist and White Tiger, and it's like halfway through the first season before they finally find out who he actually is.
Yeah, that will work fine. So the rest of you guys who actually know who he is there any particular reason? This is just for my curiosity. I don't see it coming into play. But is there any particular reason why you go along with it and not tell XL5?
Well, I mostly do it because I'm friends with, like, I respect Dullahan as a friend more so than just a hero, since we've known each other for a while. So when she can tell him when she can tell him when she's ready to tell him, she will.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
That's my thought on it. That's Nulon's opinion on it.
Yeah, I figure it would probably be something like that, like some sort of code of ethics for superheroes with masks. Okay.
I think Apex just doesn't want to get involved in it. That's between the two of them. They can sort it out.
Cool. Yeah, that makes sense too. All right.
I'm ready.
All right. Excellent. Well, if you want, you can go next. Yeah, because I think the Janus is complete there.
Yep.
I just step on your toes?
No, you're good.
Okay, I think you once got caught doing something that changed your legacy, and I think that's Apex, because Apex is a ball.
That seems reasonable. Out of curiosity, what were we doing?
I think we were doing something fucking stupid, like lifting up cars and seeing how far we could throw them.
I can totally see that. Yeah, no. As the two people on the team with like credible superpowers, no, I can totally see
Well, 2
this.
of 3.
Yeah.
As it stands, I
Credible
automatically get
superpowers.
super strength.
Excellent. That is a measuring
Be there
contest.
too? You want to be a part of that, just with no extra?
All right. So that sounds good.
Trying to flex your car flinging powers, I see.
Like it's like, look, one of them is like, Paragon's like,
No,
I can
like
throw this.
it's even better than that, right? Like we went out to a junkyard or something, and like I was hucking them up in the air, and you were practicing your laser vision on them, like fucking giant steel pigeons.
Pull.
Then, like, some legendary superhero just passes by and just judges us.
Well, like no, they show up to investigate reports of explosions and shit.
Yeah.
And 2 teenagers in a junkyard flinging cars and blowing them up.
Oh, that's beautiful. I
Kids
love
these
that.
days.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
And I think you trust Blank and told him the important secret of your legacy. I think that might be Bryn the Dullahan.
Nice.
Oh,
That
you
makes sense.
You chose to be a hero. It was sort of, and I respect that a lot.
I'm just saying, you guys can teach him lessons. My guy, in one of his lessons, could be like a superhero should never tell anyone other their identities,
Yeah.
and like just
that's
completely
what
make
I
him bend
would,
over
but-
backwards.
True enough.
It's a big deal.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out how to work in these lessons. Alright, yeah, so I'll do that. Who's next? Oh, Legacy, your influence. Does it follow?
Everybody.
Although
you're
I
part of
would
the
like to
team that
know
are
what
working.
exactly is the secret of your legacy that I know.
Okay. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to curse.
But,
I've probably already done it multiple times. I don't.
It's a
even
miracle I haven't sworn yet.
Okay, got it.
Only reason I haven't sworn is that I've got young visitors nearby.
My dad's a sailor, and I spent 2 tours in the army. I'm going to swear at some point during this game.
Let's
An important secret of my legacy.
when you roll Snake Eyes, just be ready for it. Yeah, secret of your legacy.
so, who do I have influence over at this point?
Yeah, I need to write that down too.
I think Ulysses and Paragon for sure. I think they both gave it to everybody.
Yeah.
And then Bryn gave it to
The other girls.
Nulon and Paragon.
And not Captain Slime Boy.
Give me what you
Influence.
that's the word.
Dualahan did.
Dualahan? Who is Dualahan? Is their character sheet isn't on the thing? Oh wait, no, Bryn the
Yeah, it
Dualahan. I was reading Bryn. My
Yep.
bad.
Lessons were good ones you chose. I need to keep note of that. So it's Anyway, I'll get to that. Alright. Alright, so I believe that's the legacy. And who's next?
Bull is, I think.
And what the actual secret was, did I?
Oh yeah, no.
Okay, just simple. I think there's some sort of plutonium, extremonium, whatever thing that's essentially kryptonite.
You've got kryptonite.
Okay.
Plutonium.
Plutonia. There you go.
I was not
So it's
expecting
you.
that.
Plutonium is the best.
I suffer like plutonium to a paragon is like it turns me weaker than Hercules in the Disney movie.
Alright, so
Just incapacitates you. Just turns you into a lump.
so giving you full control over this aspect of it, how rare or abundant is plutonium, and where does it show up?
Plutonium is, for plot purposes, super rare, but in the Paragon miniseries that was for my dad and mom or whatever, it shows up every other, thing. It's like kryptonite. No one's supposed to have it, but everybody gets it.
Okay, alright.
So it's like kryptonite. It's tiny fragments from a planet that exploded thousands of light years away, and somehow there's 5,000 tons of it on Earth.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So-
They keep...
For the plot, it exists.
Alright, cool.
Plutonium.
Alright.
I think my father's probably looking for it, but hasn't found it yet.
I've never had a legacy
Like, just as an
actually
emergency.
hand the MC their weakness, so to speak. That's new. Alright. But don't get scared. It's all gonna be fine. So who's
Not
next?
masked unless someone is suffering.
Alright. Yeah. So who's next?
I think I'm up next.
Excellent.
Apex the Bull. So my 2 relationships are my love and my rival.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to make Paragon my love. Not in necessarily the romantic sense, but in the, we
Yeah.
kind of bonded through our powers and that thing, and
Yeah.
you understand. Well, it's a big part of it, yeah. Like I think like you kind of get the same thing he's got going on about how you got to be careful not to break everything around you. The world of cardboard problem.
Yeah.
And I think that over some period of time he kind of opened up that his dad was a shitbag. I think you actually weren't here for that part of his backstory, but he was terribly abused as a child, and that was what led to his powers awakening. And he nearly killed his dad and did. So he probably opened up to you about that at some point, and let you know, like,
Sometimes.
You know, he's seen what happens when he gets out of control, and
yeah.
that kind of scares him.
Yeah.
And then for the rival, I think I'm going to go with Mulan.
Interesting.
I think like she's just like way too into the hero thing for him.
I like the idea
There's
that
also
Bull is
an
a
interesting dynamic
stronger
of the fight.
fighter, but Mulan is a better fighter.
Yeah, no,
That's what I was-
Mulan is definitely keeping pace and technique.
Yeah.
I can go toe to toe with you, not because I'm super strong, but like if anytime we've sparred, it's like, you know, you try and come at me with your super strength. It's like, oops, I just throw you. I just use your own momentum against you. You're just
Yeah, it's one of those things where if I ever land a hit on you, it's over.
Yeah.
But
Definitely.
you're really good at not getting hit.
Yeah.
yep.
I
So you're like a
that.
Dark Souls boss. I get that.
Well, I like so it's Young Justice. Like obviously, this character is heavily inspired by Superboy and Young Justice.
Yeah.
I mean, the Bull canonically is. And I'm just thinking like that scene where he's like super fucking cocky going up against Black Canary, who her power is she yells really fucking loud,
yeah.
And she
just
that
lays him the fuck out. Just
Yeah, that's basically how it's gone.
yeah.
All right. Excellent. So that's.
And you probably think he needs to shape up and be a better hero anyway, so you probably tell him what to do.
But
Yeah.
it's more of like, you know, I'd probably give you technique tips, and it's like, you know, and if you break shit, it's like, you know, we're supposed to be
You pay
heroes,
for
damn
it.
it.
Yeah, you're. So yeah, I think you're the rival. Like I don't, like I said, I don't think he hates you. I think it's just like, you know,
There's no
I find the
reason why
rivalry.
there's no reason why this chick with no power should be able to kick my ass, but she does. This is really emasculating.
well, and not even that, and also, and God, she won't shut up about it.
Oh yeah, no, my God, I won't shut up about. Oh yeah, no, that's definitely I'm not gonna shut up about it because holy shit, I beat somebody with super strength. That's
Ollie-
awesome.
all these stuff that she cannot say when she's around her parents, she turns around and says it on you.
Oh, yep. It's like, and I'm not trying, but I'm not like I'm not.
Yeah, you're not
trying-
mean about it.
No.
You're just way too into the fucking hero thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Like-
So that gives you your influence there.
Yep, those two get influence over me. That's it.
All right. So everyone mark that accordingly. Who's next? And who did we not do as yet?
Just Mulan, I think.
Okay, yeah. Sure. That's easy.
Excuse me.
Let's see. Blank. Oh man, Paragon works for both of these. I gotta figure out which one it is.
I think Paragon is the real hero to you. Like she's got the lineage, she's got the name.
Yeah, you've got to prove yourself to Paragon before you feel like a real hero, which kind of fits with the whole. Also, I have influence over everybody. I'm totally the team leader.
Not necessarily.
I know. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Oh, I imagine Paragon will have influence over everyone after you as well.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, you're probably right. But so. Man, we're totally going to fight over leadership. But,
Let's get down to business. It doesn't matter who's leader. It matters that we win. Relax.
As long as the
Yeah.
slime's the mascot, we're good.
yeah, so you've
The poor neglected slime.
Yeah. There is never.
I was
a-
thinking that. I'm pretty sure he's only going to have influence over Paragon and nobody else.
Right.
He only has influence
You
over
have to have
Paragon.
their influence over.
also Ulysses because he gives influence to everybody.
All right. Cool.
I have influence over nobody, but Paragon. Everyone with influence over me. This is gonna be great.
Okay.
You're the newborn. Nobody cares what you think.
Yeah.
So, as far as who I think is awesome and I hang out with every single opportunity, that would be Dullahan. I mean, we're already friends, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. Excellent.
Well, and Dullahan was a normal person who got superpowers, which has got to be super cool to you, right?
Oh, definitely. It's like, I wish I could do like that.
Cut my head off. Wait, what?
All right. So I think that covers everything. So what we're gonna do? We're just
Nuon just has to pick who doesn't get influence over them.
Oh, I'm
Because
guessing
they
it's
get
the
to pick
slime.
3.
It's either me or the
God.
slime. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
It's the slime.
God
Jesus
damn it.
Christ.
It doesn't make sense for the slime to have influence over me.
This is close.
You're still osmosing all of your opinions from us. You can't give us feedback.
This is so awesome. All right, this is okay. You'll see. But it starts off kind of along that theme anyway. So
God, slime is not gonna have
real
a good
quick, before we
day.
jump into it, for the beacon, what were your drives? I think I missed that part.
Oh, never went over those. My
Oh.
bad. Oops, I also been editing the wrong sheet.
oh my
God,
god.
this
Hope it wasn't mine.
there's gonna be a good reason that nobody likes him soon.
Yeah.
His fighting style is not the best.
I'm sure it's just super.
Well, actually, I
shit.
think. I think
Oh
it
no,
was.
it's
I think
super
it was.
nasty.
I actually think it was Paragon sheet, and we both have influence over anybody anyway. So I was actually doing the right thing, but I actually
All right.
I
so
just
let's-
removed.
Just make sure
Yeah.
it's sorted out. Alright, so you go over your drives and so on. 5 minutes, guys, and then we'll come back and we'll go right into it.
Sure.
My drives are lead the team successfully into battle, which is why I'm on this leadership thing.
Nice.
Earn the
All aboard the
respect of a
leadership
hero
thing.
you admire. Reject somebody who tells you you shouldn't be here, and take down a threat all on my own.
Alright, cool. Alright, so I'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Alright.
So, first off,
Oh,
sorry,
God.
Paragon, for mucking with your sheet. I can fix it.
Cool.
I didn't realize that I was on the wrong sheet, but
About it.
Fix. But we, yeah. Ran.
I'm gonna be honest. This is why I use window pop-outs for characters and just keep my character sheet on the other screen.
I should probably do that.
Like if I'm editing the one that's on the screen with the game, I'm doing something wrong.
Now that you say that, it is kind of bothering me where it is.
I
think I
totally
would do that
forgot
as
I
well.
could do that. That I could pop it out of my screen.
Oh god, I can't not turn that on. It's the first thing I do when I join a game because having
Right
that
back,
in the
one
window is annoying.
Yeah. That's something a bit nicer.
I'm just going for the slime pity party. That's what I'm here for.
It's like, I'm not trying to be mean, I'm just joining with what makes sense.
Yeah, no, I totally get it, but like, he's like trying to say hi to somebody and just instant influence cock blocked. It's like, okay.
Well, I mean, we still associate with you. It's influence
Yeah.
in people we care about.
I know,
Yeah,
but
Yeah,
like,
but you as much.
But no,
and not as
all-
much.
No, influence basically just means is that all influences.
Opinions, technically.
It's like and all it is like we care. It's like we care enough. We care what you're about your opinion enough that it will affect our personalities.
Yeah, we internalize your opinions.
I'm back.
And nobody
Welcome back.
wants to really internalize a slime's opinion who's called Ulysses.
You're okay. You're a part of the team. Don't worry.
I'm
Oh,
sure
yeah, I'm like you
Mulan is
enough
just
to listen.
stoked by your existence.
Oh, I can't wait until I directly engage somebody. It's gonna be beautiful. You like just the best idea for his attacking style.
But I want to hear.
If it makes you feel any better, I'm throwing my head at people as my main source of attacking.
Are you sure you want to hear? Are you sure you want to hear his fighting style?
So real quick before we get to that, Red Wing, I just want to make sure because this was a problem yesterday. You remembered that freaking danger are backwards on these sheets, right?
Yes, I wasn't the one to mess that up, did I? That was the
I don't
other
remember
person.
if it was you or not, but I just know it came up yesterday.
It was a Zen.
Okay.
No, mine are correct.
I hate that they did that on these sheets. It drives me.
Yeah, I saw that and I was very confused. I was like, wait a second.
It
No,
makes
I
me
need to
so
swap those
mad.
around.
The sheets for masks in Roll20 piss me off so much.
They do. They should be the other way. Although
There are
if I
so many
remember
things about them that should be better.
The old version of the Hallison city whatever characters had it reversed as well.
Yeah, I think that's why it is because this was built off the playtest
Yeah.
sheets. But
like the official version's correct, but like
Well, the thing is, the official version came out like 17 months ago, and someone should probably have fixed it by now.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's been
You're
17 months, but it's been a
people-
while.
You're asking people who make sheets for free to fix their sheets.
Thanks.
I'm just figuring somebody who knows how to do it would have done it by now.
I mean, given the fact that the Godbound character sheets have been broken since
Oh
launch,
God, no!
so
I've heard of those sheets.
those sheets are god awful.
Problem.
It's like, and I've actually asked the guy. I've actually even offered to pay him to fix it, and he just does.
No, it's not my problem.
Well, I mean, it kind of depends on how much work is involved in fixing it too. Like,
Yeah.
it seems to me that swapping fields is easier than rebuilding the entire sheet. What do I know? I'm just a software developer.
Yeah.
Also pretty focused on his new game.
That's fair.
All right, so
No, I'm not talking Kevin Crawford. I'm talking the guy who made the Roll20 version.
I don't know him.
I don't
It's
think
just
he does.
He's just another Roll20 user who happens to know how to code, but
Well, it's not even code; it's just fucking CSS, and I
Not well.
don't care enough to learn CSS.
I know enough to like change the color. Like I can make something hot pink for you, and that's about it.
everything helps. Every bit helps. Is everyone back?
I
I
believe
think
so.
so.
All right, so let's begin. So, in the building, as I've described it, this building belongs to the Janice's stepdad, right? We established that so far. So, the top layer, as I've said, is for Janice's stepdad's business affairs. That would be the top few floors, and then below that, you would have like leased space for different companies and subsidiaries and so on. Near the top would have some lab space with extra security up there, so like the general public doesn't get that far up. So you'd have some lab space up there, including on one of the floors up there you'd have the newborn, where the newborn was created. I was supposed to ask from the newborn, like this place where you were created, do you go back there? Or is there a place you avoid? Because that would kind of determine why you are up there.
I came back on the condition that they do not lock me up anymore.
Yeah. So I think like what would happen
So, like,
is the
I
person
stay
who-
there, but like I'm very wary. I don't usually like to stay there most of the time, but it's like the only place I have.
Right, cool. So the you would probably be there just having what is your equivalent of a checkup, where the person who
Like
looks
a-
after you,
Yeah.
just kind
Like I get like
yeah,
check my levels of
Right.
me not dying. I don't know.
yeah, your pH levels, your salinity, your fluidity, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
How much of yourself you've lost over time?
Yeah, like
Because I imagine you leave pieces behind.
no, yeah, he quote unquote bleeds like hell. Like there's always chunks of him wherever he goes in a battle,
Yeah, exactly.
and he can add them back to himself, but like he always ends up losing it, and he can't regrow that right now. They're working on it, but he has to go back and get more of his body essentially.
Right, yeah, that makes sense. So, you would be somewhere high up there. Underneath that, some floors down would be where you have least administrative and managerial space. So this is where you would have the boardrooms and so on for companies that have least management space here, which would include the Beacon's company. So the Beacon, you would be up there with your dad in like some sort of board situation where you guys are looking at legal ramifications of introducing Chinese products to Halcyon City in some form or fashion.
Or yeah, it's like
Yeah. Yeah. The ground floor is where like the first floor of the building is normal commercial space. So you have your little corner cafe and so on where Janice is working.
I think more likely that the cafe's like down the street a little bit, like 4 or 5 houses down and across.
Like maybe like right here would be like maybe the cafe. I feel like it's the area I pointed.
Yeah, that's cool. As long as you're in the neighborhood, so to speak.
Yeah, like I could get down over there and like I'm 2 minutes without my bike.
Yeah, like a short jog essentially.
Yeah, pretty much.
The Legacy is out on the bay, some distance off from the coast, and we'll get to that in a second. The only person I couldn't, yeah, I just like threw the Legacy out. No, she's there for a reason. The only person I couldn't place offhand is the Bull. So where would the Bull be? That's kind of nearby in the vicinity, and why would he be there?
Apartment.
I mean, yeah, like if there's residential apartment high rises in the area, like
Yeah.
he probably lives in one of them nearby.
Yeah, I mean this is a city where high rises come and go, so you would
Yeah.
totally have like residential high rises right next to a brand new commercial high rise, that kind of thing.
Well, I mean, like I'm thinking it's something kind of like New York City, where like
Yeah,
a lot of the buildings in New York City, like you'll have the first 5 or 6 floors are kind of commercial street level shops and stuff, and then you'll have like 10 or 15 floors of residential, and then above that'll all be office. And
yeah, yeah. So that's cool. So you're at your apartment nearby, and you guys all have contact and so on. So the Janus, you would have like the TV playing, you would have news and so on while you guys are at work. And the news report is on what's going on out in the bay. And out in the bay, there's a disturbance in the sea. Like there's something undersea, or there's some sort of phenomenon out there going on, and it's getting pretty serious. There are like 3 water spouts so far that have started, and there's atmospheric conditions interfering with what the heroes out there are trying to do. Because there are some heroes, Bronze Age heroes mostly, who are out there trying to mitigate what's going on. You have like someone with super speed trying to run out and grab people off the boats and bring them back to shore. You have people who you have like Maelstrom is there trying to stabilize the atmospheric conditions and so on. And Paragon, your aunt, and you are there. And yeah,
If Paragon's over there, then yeah, I'll probably go talk to my boss and get off shift early.
right. Yeah. So what is going to happen, and where this starts?
You have to ask permission to save the day.
Yeah, I like that. So where
I
this
imagine that he's
Uh-huh.
trying to. My guy's trying to get there. He doesn't really have a mode of transportation.
Yeah. So like, what is
also,
going to happen?
it's in the water.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm concerned about. Is my character waterproof? That's something I never thought of.
Yeah. So
Will he dissolve in water?
that is a good question, actually. I mean,
For example.
It may be relevant in 20 minutes. We don't know.
I think that will be involved in a lot of rules, which will come up pretty soon. So
You could also go the method of the water makes you grow bigger.
Oh, so like this Godzilla fighting here.
it would be like a function of unleashing your powers if you want to do that. I think that's one of the things you can attempt to do.
I
that's
believe
completely
with
up to
like
your
flexibility, I would be able to capture water within myself and use it to extend myself.
You would basically inflate yourself.
Yeah, basically being like inflate myself to bigger sizes. Also, I just realized with elasticity, my character is just like vaulting himself off like buildings, like sky rises and stuff like that.
Yeah,
he
you'd
can
be able to do a lot of stuff with elasticity, because that gives you kind of Mr. Fantastic type of powers. So you'd have a lot of
Yeah, like I'm stretching my legs across like built like skyscrapers, just like running on the top of them. Essentially,
yeah, yeah.
it
so
looks
that'd be-
goofy as hell, but he's getting there.
Yeah,
Through
it would probably
parkour, you
look
can just walk across it.
cartoonish and cool at the same time. So, where this starts and how this picks up is that above this tower, Maelstrom points out to your aunt and you that the same atmospheric conditions that are out on the ocean, one, they don't seem to be responding to his abilities, meaning that they may not be natural, and two, there's some of it starting to begin gathering on top of this building. And what he does is he tells your aunt to let you, Paragon, go back and check it out. while the rest of the adults stay here and handle the 3 water spouts and so on. So remember, this is Maelstrom, who you guys impressed. So he's pretty confident that you and your team can handle it.
When he asked this, have any of the other people shown up by now, or is it just me and my aunt?
It's you and your aunt, but whoever is out there, they're going to stay out there because they have out there is the immediate problem. You have like ships in danger and so on, and they are trying their best to prevent like a tsunami from forming.
So it sounds like they're detecting another anomaly forming, and they want you to gather your team and go investigate it.
Yeah, they can spare you to go inland and investigate what's happening above this skyscraper here.
And is the rest of the team around yet, or has no one shown up yet?
I believe I'd be nearby.
Yeah.
Isn't the anomaly at the tower that we're all at?
Yeah, the anomaly is at the tower where they are. So it is up.
Okay,
to
then
you,
yeah, I'd
Paragon.
definitely be there.
Yeah, so yeah, because you, the bull, would be realizing that this is going on. When you come outside to try and find Paragon, you would know. You would look up and see what's going on up there.
Okay. So I guess I fly over to you.
To me?
Yeah.
To whom?
To the bull.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're breaking up a little bit for me. I'm losing like half of each statement you make.
Sorry. Crappy microphone.
Yeah.
So yeah, I fly over to Apex.
Okay. Like I'm probably like walking out of my apartment building as you like zoom down towards me.
Yeah.
Which is probably normal and not that surprising.
Not really, no.
Yeah. So like, what do you guys say to each other? Like, the bull would know something is going on, but he wouldn't know the details.
Yeah, I think when I see you come flying up, I go, hey, I saw what the news was reporting, but what's actually going on?
Maelstrom is saying that something might be causing a possible tsunami. We gotta go investigate. Do you want a lift?
No, so like, we'll cut to the newborn, since he's the highest in the tower at the moment. And you are there with your, help me, you said it was your uncle? XL5?
My uncle?
XL5 doesn't have an uncle.
I don't have an uncle. That's my professor.
Professor, right? That's what it was.
Yeah, Professor Organa.
Organa, right? So Professor Organa, you are there in the room, and Professor Organa is operating some of the machines that he uses, like a centrifuge, that kind of thing. He's running his normal battery of tests, and you guys can sense some tremors. Right, the building is starting to shake. And so the phone rings and the professor picks it up, and he says, "No, I'm not doing anything important. I can talk. What's going on up there?" So this is going to affect you because it's going to put your freak down and your mundane up.
Oh, okay.
But you can resist that if you want.
I'd rather not take in condition right now, so...
No, he's shifting your labels.
Yeah.
Oh. I mean, I guess, like, I'd be trying to become more human somewhat, so yeah, I'll accept that I'm mundane up, freaked down.
Cool. Yeah. So he says, "What's going on?" And the person on the other end of the line is just babbling and like tripping over their own words, that kind of thing. So he ends the conversation, puts on the phone, and says, "We have to get out of here. Something's going on." And that's when the rumbling happens again, and you guys hear and feel what is basically a very large, very, very large explosion. Just to come up to speed with the beacon, at this point in time, you guys would be in the boardroom.
Yeah, I was like, "Holy, Dad! Did you feel that? That sounded like felt like an explosion just happened."
Yeah, and your dad looks at you and is, "Young lady, behave yourself with some decor. We're in a very important meeting here." He's trying to put your... It's definitely superior up because he wants it to be like more grown up. What goes down? I don't want to say freak again. I guess it would be freak. because he wants you to kind of like fall in line.
So if he wants me to fall in line,
Mm-hmm.
then it would probably be danger down or savior down and mundane up, because mundane is the sort of be human, don't be.
Quit being weird.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, the tact he's going to take is that you should know better than to just blurt out like that. He's going to look at it like a kind of a major faux pas.
Superior up, mundane down?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I would say, so you could do superior up, savior down.
Also valid.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. So do you accept or resist?
I'm gonna resist.
Alright, so let's see
Like,
what
there's
happens.
we felt the explosion, didn't we?
You felt the first rumble because this is happening at the same time. So up above the floor there was a rumble first and then the explosion. We cut to you when the first rumble happens.
Oh, so yeah, so it's like, yeah, there was definitely something you felt, and it's like, you know, that shouldn't be happening. So yeah, no, I'm gonna resist that. It's like, no, there's danger, Dad, you dumbass.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to have to take that.
Yeah, okay. So you
So it's superior down or superior up, savior down.
yeah. So he kind of does shut you up with this dad glare that he stares at you angrily.
Well, I think you also need a condition from failing a resist roll, don't you?
Yeah, that's why I
Yeah.
didn't take the resist roll.
Yeah.
I'll be guilty.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
You would be guilty. The person he's speaking to, however, is not Chinese. That person is American, and they know about saving their ass. And the person said, yeah. So the person says, like, no, she's right. Something's going on here, and they begin scrambling around. As that person begins to like tell his aide to go and find out what's happening, and that's when the explosion happens. Now, this explosion is some floors above where the newborn is. There's more lab space, and the higher you go is the more secret and more advanced the
Secure.
science is. Yeah, and there's more security measures and so on. So there's stuff going on up there that is not for public eyes.
So like I'm kind of like right here, and like the explosion coming out like from like up here, kinda.
Yeah, pretty much. So what is going to happen is the weather above there intensifies, and the whole top of the building begins to crack and sway, and the windows on either side blow out, and there's this cascade of liquid.
Straight to my character. Oh. Well, believing that trouble's on the way, he's just kind of like gonna think, well, damn. What do I like? He's gonna get hit by the water, and we said he is somewhat waterproof, right? Like.
So what you are gonna see is that this liquid is gonna be cascading down the sides of the glass, where.
Alright.
So it's trying to ping here. Yeah, so it's gonna be coming down this side, coming on this side, and but it's gonna be like thick, gooey kind of liquid, and inside of the building where you are, the shaking is going to be constant, and you can see the roof and ceiling beginning to crack.
I'm going to look at the professor and say, "Get out of here! I'll deal with this." And then I'm going to use my flexibility to like start trying to scale the building. Like I'm gonna like stretch myself from the room I'm in, like through the broken like glass window, and like to the side of the tower. I'm starting like climbing to where the explosion happened.
All right, cool. Back on the outside, Paragon and Apex, you guys see this happening. You see the building burst open like a building that has gooey stuff explode out of it. And you would probably, depending on how large the newborn is, you would probably see him trying to sneak out there as well. Like, what would your responses be to this?
I think Apex is going to look at Paragon and go, get up there and help with the evacuation. I'll catch up in a minute.
All right. And we also have our Janus. Janus, you would be aware of this as well.
Yeah, I think I just hop on my bike, drive into a parking garage, change into my outfit quickly, and then head right back out on the street and towards the building.
All right, cool. So that's newborn.
Like, I'm just trying to stay away and change away from that cafe, just for all the people in there.
All right. So
And then once
yeah?
I'm there, I'm going to start heading up the stairs.
all right.
I'm going to be a while.
Well, if Apex sees you going for the building,
Yeah.
I think to
You guys would be in the
that's true.
vicinity. So like
Yeah.
Paragon,
It's like-
Apex, and the Janus would be able to would be within sight of each other and would be able to communicate and so on. I don't want to.
The last thing I saw in the news before I left was she's up there already helping out. So I don't think I'd think about that at the time, and I think I just head straight for it.
I can fly, and I can give you guys a lift, and we can just avoid the whole elevator stair situation. Just get to the top of the building now. We can make that happen.
While that makes sense, I saw for the news was you already up there busy. I didn't see that you left it. and so I'm
he's
assuming
saying he
you're
doesn't
busy.
see us, is what he's saying.
I'm saying you don't.
I think you're busy, and so I'm gonna handle this. I'm quick enough that I'll still take quite a while, but I'm just gonna run it anyways.
All right. So you are going to enter the building from the ground floor and go up inside.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
And fortunately, like Beacon, I'm also quite athletic, so I'm gonna be like skipping stairs. So
Yeah. So
the
I'm guessing that you
space
and the
between
Beacon would
it.
meet up.
but I think she's probably far enough ahead of me because he was already up there.
Yeah. Well, like you'll meet
And
up in
that-
a little while because it'll
like-
take you a little while to get up
yeah.
the stairs. But you and the
Yeah.
Beacon are both inside the building, and the newborn is inside on his way out. Given that you guys are doing these things, which one of you would probably be in the best position to give me an assess the situation? Because it seems like it might be the newborn.
Yeah, because I just got there and accidentally logged myself out of the Rule 20. 1 second.
Yeah, it's probably either the newborn or the legacy.
Yeah.
Because
Those
like
two are the
I'm
closest.
I'm still outside at this point, like scaling the building.
Yeah.
I can do it now. That's fine.
Yeah. Well, I would accept assess from both of you because I think both of you narratively have reason to kind of glean something from what's going on here.
How the hell do I actually?
So I roll.
You roll superior.
We roll.
On-
One.
Just hit the die button next to superior on your character sheet, and it'll roll for you. Bam! Ulysses is all up in it.
All right.
All right, so I get to ask
get
questions
two.
like no tomorrow.
2 or 3, I think.
2. I think it's 2.
I get 2.
Now,
Yeah.
how I usually do this, guys, is that this is not D&D. Even on a miss, you still get some information, and then based on
It's
that,
not a lot.
Yeah, and then based on that, you can ask your questions. So, I'll start off by saying that this substance, this goo, it's definitely familiar. The Paragon, the sea outside was behaving kind of like this. It was behaving more viscous than just water. It's also a different color. It's green.
Oh God, is it me?
It's your evil twin.
Remember I was saying that how anytime I plan to run a one-shot, there's always a character who is pretty
Yeah.
smack
Yeah.
dab in the middle of what I plan to do. So it's not exactly you, but the floor that this thing came from is pretty close to the floor that produced you. So it's probably something similar.
So could I absorb this to my body technically?
Let's do your question. See if it fits in there. But as a short answer, I'm gonna say no. That's probably not a good thing.
All right,
You probably don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I'm going to say
Strange viscous substances. You don't want to stick your thing in it.
was that one of my questions?
No.
No. All right. Then, at this point, am I at like the area that exploded?
This thing is coming out of the top of that floor all around the building. It's a lot of liquid. It's like a very, very large amount of liquid. It's more than can be contained in the floor. So there was some sort of accelerated growth. So you have access to it, is what I'm saying, if you want to do anything particularly with it.
One of my questions is gonna be, is it a threat to the people below, this substance?
Yes, it is.
Alright.
As to the particular threat, you can tell that this thing is moving not just under gravity. Like, it's moving kind of like an amoeba.
Oh god, it's free-willed. Battle of the Slimes is gonna happen soon, isn't it? Then my second question will be, what can I do to stop the flow? Like, just from the outside looking in.
That is
Like,
a
what
good
can-
question. What I will tell you is that it's not an unlimited supply of this thing, and it's trying to crawl down, but you can see that just as how you leave part of yourself behind,
Yeah.
this thing is leaving part of itself behind. In fact, it's leaving most of itself behind, and it's beginning to be kind of a manageable size, but you probably will not be able to see that as yet. So the pseudopods that bursted out of the glass and came on the sides of the building, those are drooping
Yeah.
off. But you can tell that there's whatever is still alive of this thing is up in the top floor.
Alright, then my kid will continue to climb, because it is a threat to the people, and he needs to protect that.
Yeah. The legacy, you have a question as well. So you can...
Is the best way to end this quickly?
Alright, so this thing is up there, and it was supposed to be in a very secure lab, very well contained. If you can re-establish containment, that would make sure that nobody is in danger. You also have to worry about the structural integrity of the skyscraper, but for now, it's not falling apart. You will have to deal with probably making sure that everybody evacuates properly, that kind of thing. But I guess we can come to the beacon and so on with that. But
sorry about that.
As far as you know, right now containment is kind of your go-to action.
So, what did I miss? Sorry, it took a little longer than I thought.
It's a giant slime monster.
Yeah, the skyscraper blew its top like a science fair volcano.
And there's a giant slime monster that isn't Ulysses.
Exactly.
Yeah, Ulysses is gonna have to fight, probably. So there'll be
baby
a
brother.
lot of intense slime on slime action.
Yeah, fight your baby brother.
Yeah. Can't wait to show my fighting style off then.
Yeah. So, as far as, I assume once the explosion happened that my dad stopped being,
He has switched to Chinese. That's how shocked he is. And he's barking orders. He's barking orders at you, he's barking orders at the coffee pot, and he's just trying to get out.
Well, what's he telling me to do?
He is telling you to secure the documents that you guys brought, and to clear a way to the car. Like, he's telling you to tell your underlings to clear a way to the car. Like a kind of chain of command thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to give him the document that says it'll be better, safer if you secure them, and I'm going to go. I thought my friend Bryn is down there. I'm gonna make sure she's all right, as a handy excuse to get out of here and do the hero thing.
It's kind of a good opportunity for me to try and shift your labels again, but I think that would just kind of get us bogged down, because there's a lot of that can happen with your dad. So I think you might have to work your way out of there and run out.
I was gonna say I can try and provoke him if you'd prefer, or actually I don't want. I prefer not to, because I take a -2 to that. But
I'd probably just bolt out the door.
Yeah, no, I'm just I say on the documents, I say bye, Dad, and I'm just like, I'm already gone before he can say anything.
Yeah, so like you run, you don't even answer him. You just turn and you stride out and break into a run, and you can hear.
Well, I give him the documents because he handed. Well, I would give him the documents because he gave them to me, but then I would run away.
Yeah. So yeah, of course, all of that. So you are out of there, and I think by this time is when our Janus would probably meet you. You would be coming down and he would be going up, or something like that. How does that look?
It's like Doulahan. I almost said the wrong name. It's like, she's like, are you what? Hey, what's going on?
Not 100% sure, but I'm heading up.
Exploded.
You guys, out the window, you guys will see pieces of the building raining down. And this is huge.
I'm not
chunks
sure. I
of
was
glass, by
actually
the way.
aware that it was the building that exploded, as it could have been anything at the time.
Yeah, it's just, come on, let's go. It's like before my dad follows me, I'm stuck.
Yeah, so like
Let's
when
go.
you guys meet, you guys would see, because this is like one of those glass towers, there's windows. You guys would see pieces of like steel and glass raining down, and it's smashing into the pavement below where there are some pedestrians around. So you guys know definitely that it is this building that is in great duress.
Oh, we gotta do something about those people.
I'm not sure how much we can. Actually, when I was down there, did I see any people like right around the building, or was like right around it clear?
Well, it's downtown, so there's always people.
It's
Well, of course, but I mean, like, are they in like debris room, and like, or have they already booked it?
The people who are outside on the pavement, they know well enough to clear the area. What
but
is
I mean, there's still
probably-
going to be people down there that are flooding out of the buildings. So.
Right, I was just going to say that exact same thing. What is going to be the problem is people who are coming out of the building, evacuating, and are going to be in the line of debris, so to speak.
Honestly, I don't know how much help I could be down there to help them out.
If you can think of any way to kind of shield them or protect them out, that sounds like a defender to me.
Like
So
the
just
best I
narratively,
could
think
do
of a
is
way
probably
to
just like
forward
try and
people to
grab a couple things that were falling that might hit somebody. But even then,
I've got an
I'll throw
idea.
that.
I've got an idea that might count as defend or might count as something else.
You guys can do a combined move, and it would be like a +1 to whichever one of you wants to do the actual defense.
So can I narrate my idea?
Yeah.
So it's like, we kind of both realize that the thing that's going to be the isn't the so much the people around but the people fleeing. But since we're in the building, does it feel like the building's going to come down,
Not
or is the building
entire-
relatively safe?
Not the entire building, no.
So if we had people just gather in the lobby but not, they would probably be safe, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to run until I find the PA system,
Uh-huh.
and I'm gonna just turn it on all channels and say, don't exit, just yell, don't exit the building. The building is, it's not safe. Just gather in the lobby.
Alright.
Just trying to,
Yeah. So that is definitely a provoke.
oh God, it's a provoke.
Yeah. You're trying to get them to stay in
Yeah, you're trying to get them to do something. So
Oh God, is there anything I can do to clear guilty real quick?
That's right.
Well, as I said,
No.
if the Janus is trying to help you, it gives you a +1. And so you can do that.
Janice.
I'm not sure how much I could actually help in this. If you're on and the PA, and probably the most I could really do is help you get to it.
Well, if you have impossible mobility,
I do.
what I would have done in your situation is lock the door.
I guess that could work.
just
But
get
then-
in their way and long enough for them to listen to her.
Yeah.
But and by the point that he's calling, I've already jumping up the
You
stairs
have
and
super
whatnot.
speed.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
can
I don't
get
have
there.
super speed. I'm
You can-
just athletic.
You can get there.
I'm
though.
very similar to you in that.
This is a superhero thing. You have impossible mobility. You can get there.
the Janus, the baseline for the Janus is that regardless of which ability you pick, you still do have enhanced abilities, like basic abilities. You
I have advanced strength,
Yeah.
speed, and not speed. Speed and no strength and durability. God damn it! I said that wrong like 4 times.
But what we're saying is that this is not something where you have to think about the logistics of it at all. Just do the cool thing.
Yeah.
I
can
understand
literally-
that part.
You can literally just throw your head down there and like talk with your
Here's the
head.
funny thing. I was thinking of throwing my head up and just going down with my body.
Also a fine
Dude.
choice.
You know what? Screw it. Yeah, I'm just gonna take my head, throw it and towards Nulon as he heads over for the PA, and then I'm just gonna let go of off the railing that I'm holding on to, and just go to the ground and head over to the door.
He grabs a PA speaker, sticks it in his head's mouth, and lets his head hover in the doorway. Oh yeah, sure, that's great. So do your roll for your provoke, and let's see how well that works.
Okay, well, the provoke, it's not going to go very well because I have a -2 to provoke.
Well,
Well-
-2 plus 1. So
What,
you're
hold-
rolling
you
it
don't
at
you don't get the +1 unless you spend team though. So see
No,
if you can
he
spend
has
team first.
influence over me.
That's not relevant.
Yeah, it is.
It's assisting. And that's how and he's out in the
If
+1.
you have
But
influ-
I
if you
don't.
have
But yeah, I'm using the teamwork to help and guarding the door. So yeah, we're using a team for the pool
You
for
start
that.
each session with one team. So that's the team
Well,
you're going to
does
be
it-
using.
Well, it
And
doesn't
then
matter
who-
because
Well, see, this is why I said roll and see if we need to use it because there's no point in using it.
yeah, so we don't need to
Yeah.
don't bother. We don't need to use it.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. So, they just...
Could I say I'm defending and use I'll save you to stop to keep the doors shut and keep the people inside?
No, because this roll has to resolve first.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Well, I mean, I imagine some people probably get out, but after I
You know,
get down
after we
there and
resolve the
actually
roll,
help,
you
yeah.
you are then free to
Yeah.
act however you want. But we have to finish
Yeah.
resolving this first.
Okay. Sure.
Alright, so Janus, you would get a condition from this.
Yes, I'm aware.
Which I am thinking would be hopeless, because it doesn't feel like you
I
can
was
affect
actually
these people.
thinking angry that I'm pissed off that so many people are trying to run outside when that's the more dangerous spot.
Yeah, that fits for me as well, because, it's like talking to a child who won't, behave. So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, so that fits for me as well. That's cool. They do go outside, and I'll say for the most part, because it's not a lot of debris. For the most part, they are kind of in the clear. There's probably like a couple of pieces of debris that you're gonna have to try and catch though. So I think that's what's
Yeah.
gonna happen to you.
Okay. And then, yeah, I'll save you with that and angry of these people retarded for going out there in the first place.
Right. So that is
I'm just pissed off at how stupid they are.
yeah. So our Janus would have to protect the couple of people who are running out right under a piece of falling glass. So do you catch it? Do you knock it away? What do
Yeah,
you do?
I imagine I catch the first piece and just throw it at the second or something.
Ah, okay, cool. So roll your defend and let's see how that works out.
I don't need to. I'll save you. It automatically gives me a 12 plus.
Okay, right. And
So you have to reveal your identity or mark a condition for that.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I marked angry.
Okay.
okay, all right, cool. Yeah, all right, yeah, that's great. So we'll move back to our legacy and our bull. What would you guys be doing? Because you guys are aware of what is up there right now.
Yeah, my original plan was to grab one of my teammates and fly them up to the tower.
All
Yeah,
right.
go ahead and take me. Cannonball me into that thing and then just cannonball me into the goo.
Can I fly him and throw him at the thing?
Fastball special.
You wouldn't have to do rolls for your flight and stuff because that's you
Yeah,
can
no,
do
that's just
that.
the thing that happens.
Yeah. In terms of throwing him at the thing, we can look at that as you. You guys don't have team exactly, and you guys are separated. That's kind of the thing.
Well, I mean, we still have the default 1 or 2 team that you start with.
Yeah. The session starts with 1,
Yeah.
and then when you start the move to when you go into
We have not
battle-
entered team against the dangerous foe or entered battle as a team. So
Yeah, exactly. So it's when you enter a battle as a team, then you start with 2, and then you build with that.
yeah, so we've got 1.
You always start with 1. The GM adds 1 every start of every session.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh,
and we
yeah,
haven't
because
spent
you
that.
guys did not use that one. So you
Yeah.
guys still have it. Right. So if you want
So-
to view it as a team assist,
Well, so I think I am directly engaging, and if
Yes.
need be, she is spending a team to
yeah, if need be.
capitalize on the throw.
Yeah, because you can make this roll on your own strength without the team and see
Yeah.
it. Or if need be, she can use it, yeah.
Okay, given the fact that she is blindly throwing me at a giant goo monster we know nothing about, am I charging into a fight without hedging my bets?
Absolutely so.
Absolutely.
In that case, I will shift my danger up and
Yeah.
my superior down.
Excellent.
Because this is obviously not an intelligent thing to do.
I have never seen a more fitting use of that move.
Let me just fling myself into the goo and punch things. What could go wrong?
Yeah.
Alright, so
Godspeed.
directly engaging.
Oh,
Bam!
shoot! All right, so let me look at what your options are so I can.
So is he punching the slime?
He's gonna.
I
decide
think
that
I'm getting in
first.
there and just ripping chunks of it apart.
It's a cannonball.
Yeah.
So this goes off of the standard directly engage, I believe.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So
Yeah, I
you
didn't,
get to pick 2, and
take
depending on what
anything.
you pick, well, then we'll see what happens there.
I think I'm going to resist the thing fighting back because I am super durable.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense.
And
Take a piece of them.
We don't need no stinking team. If you
so unfortunately, as it's goo, like I want to try and keep it from advancing, basically. So like to pull it back into the building or something like that, and like take their freedom of mobility, but it's goo, and I don't know if I can necessarily do that.
Oh, I can do something about that. Don't worry.
You can create you could create an opportunity for Paragon to do that by like letting her, making it so it's contained, so she can like,
Straight
flash
forward.
tornado it.
And lasered it into a solid.
Yeah, that works. I will create an opportunity for Paragon as basically I just like impact the mass and kind of like push it back a bit so that she can.
right. Yeah, that works. I'm good with that. So
Okay.
Paragon, this is set up, and your secret love, is it secret, or does she know that you admire her?
I mean, I think she knows that I admire. So that's actually another question. I think I might have gotten a +1 to that from impressing my love. I don't know if that would impress her or not, but
Doesn't make a
I think
difference.
she says, but I totally think
it doesn't make a difference to the roll. It's just one of those. I keep forgetting the bull's heart move.
I don't know.
Me too.
Like, would she be impressed with you flinging yourself into a slime?
Well,
I mean,
she's
it's pretty
one who
badass.
put you in there, so either she wants to see you show off, or she wants to get rid of you. But basically, yeah, I think if she's impressed, then you completely get whatever benefit is listed there.
It's a +1 ongoing while I tackle this thing.
It makes sense to me that that's impressive, but I would say she has the final say.
Impressed by the sheer ride or die of this teamwork going on here.
I feel like I probably represent a very different path of heroing than your legacy, and that may impress you.
Yeah, so does it impress? Like,
The Hulk legacy.
Yeah, definitely. It impresses.
alright,
Awesome.
cool. Yeah.
That's actually an 11, but it doesn't make a difference.
But is it ongoing? Because you'll probably have that for your next one as well.
Take +1 ongoing to any action that impresses your love. So I think charging in and wrestling with this thing, as long as I continue that
Right.
that
yeah.
course of action.
Yeah. So very good call. Very good roll on a very risky. God damn it! You used up your entire luck on this. For the rest of this one shot.
I had a +4 to that roll. I don't know what you're talking about luck.
Alright, Legacy, you're up.
Alright, let's laser that shit.
Alright. So I believe that would be a standard directly engage. Do you have a legacy move that lets you do that? No, I think this is a standard.
Well,
That's
unless she
standard.
I don't think she took the move for pulling your punches. So
Yeah, she didn't take. I don't think.
also, I don't think this qualifies as pulling your punches.
No, I don't think so either.
Pulling your punches works. Yeah, pulling your punches works in a tactical sense. Like you are holding it at bay for something else to happen. You're not actually acting to damage it. You are like just.
Well, pulling your punches is just for when you're not going all out, because it means you can't impress them or anything.
Yeah.
Which I don't think you're going to impress the goo monster anyway, but that's a separate matter.
Yeah. So yeah, you can go ahead and do your roll. It will be directly engaged.
Alright, that's what is that? That's
danger. Now, one thing to keep in mind, I think that creating an opportunity for your allies can optionally give them a +1, or add a team to the pool 1.
a -1 on danger, so it's probably not going to work. So maybe we should just give that to the team pool.
Well, I'm looking at the thing right now to see exactly what it is.
What's that? The for directly engage?
Yeah. It's the create an opportunity for your allies explanation of directly engage. Sometimes you choose this to change the actual situation so your teammate has a chance to do something they couldn't otherwise. Other times you're just giving your teammate a boost. If it's the former, then choosing this option gives your teammate the chance. I think she could have laser beamed it anyway. If it's the latter, though, then you should add a team to the pool. So I think we added a team to the pool for that.
I'm okay with that. So that's cool. Alright, so
Oh, I totally missed.
Oh, by a lot.
Shit.
Ooh.
yeah.
I think you may have just laser beamed me.
Oh!
Or the
I mean, not
spawn trying to climb
necessarily.
up the building.
It's the GM does something, but
No, I think what we're gonna do here is, well, first of all, you are gonna get a condition legacy.
You're breaking up. Can you repeat that?
First of all, you are gonna get a condition. So what feels right to you there?
Let me check real quick.
but what happens first? Because that would affect which condition.
This thing is gonna communicate with them is what's gonna happen.
Also, you get a potential for rolling a miss.
Yeah, everyone remember that.
I think maybe because insecure, I feel like I'm not doing as much as I should be. Instead of facing it head on, I threw my ally at him.
Alright, so yeah. God damn, I threw my ally at him.
No, I threw my friend at him.
Yeah, I threw my love at him.
Well,
Damn.
So is he guilty? I think it's guilty.
Alright, cool. So you guys are going to learn something from this in the sense that this thing is going to communicate with you guys. When you laser this thing, it's going to start reverberating. The beam passes through it. Like maybe you just didn't have it the right frequency or whatever, because it is kind of mostly liquid. It's probably what they would call a semi-solid. So even though it was kind of bulked up into one quote-unquote pile, the laser beam didn't really hurt it. But because of the laser passing through, there's some reverberations that were set up inside of it, and you guys begin to hear. It sounds like a sound, but it's really something you guys are hearing in your head. And it's a series of images. Kind of the way, when you are thinking something to yourself, you don't really think in complete sentences. It's a mix of images, words, and memories, that kind of thing. So, and this thing is screaming. It's scared. It's, afraid. And it's accusatory. It's basically saying that you guys are big, scary monsters that want to hurt it. And why would you do that?
Oh, shit.
So, it's going to be shifting your labels. That's definitely something with danger and savior. So it's savior down, danger up, I believe would be. That sound right, guys?
I guess.
It sounds like you're saying the opposite.
Yeah, the opposite could apply as well.
It's trying to get us to go the other way, right?
Yeah, it's saying what it's saying is that you guys are.
Oh, it's saying that we are monsters.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see danger up then.
I could see superior down
No,
or
it's-
mundane down.
You guys are hurting it instead of helping it. Is what it's saying.
Hacking it instead of trying to communicate. Oh, fuck.
So let's see. Let's do.
Like my feeling. 1 second, can I say something?
Yeah.
My feeling of the lesson of always protect the innocent. I feel like my character, like I don't know, like wouldn't be affected as much because like there are innocent people getting hurt, and he's trying to blame it on us, even though he's the one hurting the innocent people. So my character's gonna think like that, kind of.
That is an interesting thing. Let's just figure out this influence thing, and then I'm gonna come to you with that because that's
Alright.
another thing.
Well, I think we need to go down one at a time and go like, are you resisting it? Are you accepting it? Kind of thing.
Yeah. So it's it's gonna be danger up, savior down. So each of you has to tell me between the legacy and the bull if you're accepting it or if you're resisting.
I'm accepting it. It's true.
Yeah. All right, and the bull.
I think he's gonna reject it because I think that from my perspective, regardless of what this thing's intends, because first off, he doesn't necessarily believe it's telling the truth, obviously, and it is causing property damage and hurting people, and of course it's going to accuse them. So
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Also, if you were to let it affect your danger, you take a condition.
that too, yeah. So I think he's gonna reject it by redoubling his efforts to try and push it back into the building and back into containment.
All right, so you're going to reject by acting immediately to prove them wrong. So yeah. By the way, if you accept, you don't get a condition. You just
I would.
shift. You would?
Yeah, because my danger's at 3. If it shifts up, I get a condition.
Oh, okay. All right. So you don't have a choice here. All right. So you're gonna have to give me a flat 2d6 roll for rejecting. That's on the sheet as well.
Yeah, no, I don't think my +1 ongoing to impress my love applies to this.
No.
I mean, I am still wrestling with the thing, which is kind of badass, but I think that is kind of no longer impressing her, though I don't know that, so it's kind of toss-up.
I think the action that impressed her was you directly engaging it, and doesn't fall under the same thing.
That makes sense.
You're also trying to do the opposite of what C's doing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Eat all the dick. Just the whole bag.
All right.
Why can't I roll like that today?
All right.
So,
All right,
for Cody and Red Wing, this is what our last game on Saturday was like.
Pretty much.
All right.
Okay, so at 10 plus, I get to choose 2.
Right.
I don't think this thing has influence over me. But I assume that I can cancel their non-existent influence and still get the +1 forward against them.
It would have influence in the vein of being an adult-ish entity, even though it's not human. So you can totally cancel the influence.
Okay, so I'm going to cancel the influence, take 1 against them.
Yeah, if it did not have influence, then it could not shift your labels. So, that's great. And what other one would you like?
I'm going to go with the mark potential by immediately acting to prove them wrong as I force it back into the building.
All right, excellent. So we'll get to that in a second because I kind of want to look at the newborn now with his lessons. So walk me through this newborn. Your 2 lessons are just listen.
My 2 lessons are always protect the innocent and never kill anyone unless they deserve it.
All right. So if I am to there's a couple of ways I can probably look at this. The first one, the simple one, is that if you act on always protect the innocent, if you do something now in that vein, then that's you embodying one of your lessons. So you can shift one level up and one level down and do an action. There's also another aspect to this. You guys are gonna have to like help me out here, because this thing did not intend to harm others.
I mean, it still is.
And my character does not know that its intention was not to harm people. It is thinking that it is trying to harm people.
Alright, that is true.
So it's one of those things where in the best case it's negligent.
Yeah. So like the reason why I was asking is that I know that there is a thing in place for you learning new lessons. So
Yes,
I
I
wasn't sure
can-
if that applied here.
I can learn new lessons, but I can erase them.
Hmm.
But I have to like reject its influence, like it was an NPC.
But to erase it, you have to reject it.
Yeah, and then
To
immediately
learn a new one, you
refill
can
it.
just write them in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so if you want to embody one of your lessons here, walk me through that.
I would shift one label up and
The other down, yeah.
Mhm.
another down. If I cause a misunderstanding, collateral damage, or unintended consequences, I mark potential.
Alright, so how this is gonna work, if you act here, if you do an action that embodies one of your lessons, depending on the result, you shift one level up and one level down to do it. So for instance, if you're directly engaging, you can shift labels to help you directly engage, that kind of thing. If you roll and it ends up with a result that ends up with collateral damage and so on, then you would get the result of marking potential.
Yeah.
Or if he just deliberately does something that causes one of those things, he would also mark potential.
That is true.
What I was gonna do is so like I'm gonna embody the trait of always protecting the innocent,
Right.
as like that's something I want to do,
Mm-hmm.
and would freak like rolling to like unleash my powers, interact with the like give my people the opportunity to shove it back into the cage.
What would you be doing?
Yeah.
Because I want to create an opportunity by unleashing my powers, essentially.
But what do you want to do?
I want to eat it.
You want to eat
That-
it?
I was going to stretch myself out like a blanket, cover it with myself, and then like just basically like carry it with like inside me, and like try and carry it back into the containment cell.
Okay, so if you're trying to serve as containment, that's probably unleashing your powers. If you're trying to eat it, that's probably directly engaging.
No, I'm trying to contain it inside myself so I can easily get it back into the containment cell.
I could see that being directly engage or unleash your powers. It's kind of
Is that-
either one.
Yeah.
It's probably directly engaged to take
Yes.
freedom of mobility from it,
Yeah, exactly.
as take something from it. I think is probably what you're getting at there. Encasing something is an example of unleashing your powers, but it's kind of like when you encase it in something else. Like you
Yeah.
throw a glue bomb at it, or you magic up the road to block it in, or something like that. I think that when you're kind of going toe to toe with it, you're probably directly engaging.
All right,
Yeah, it's
Then,
there.
if I'm gonna do that, the way I'm gonna shift my labels in is I'm gonna shift mundane down and then danger up because I'm doing something incredibly unmundane.
Yeah.
You are doing something very weird, yes.
Yeah.
And I am showing that I am potentially dangerous by basically, if I did this to a person, I'd be suffocating them.
Yeah, that's fine. That's good. So let's
Yeah,
see
I'm
how
going-
you roll. Depending on your success, yeah, this is gonna change a few things.
Ooh, barely.
All right, so that is a directly engaged.
I could use team to help him. which would
Because
bump that
the
up to a
bull-
10.
Yeah, because the bull had an action still waiting, which was to prove him wrong. So yes, you can actually.
Like you can help me
Yeah,
capture
like
them,
I can
basically.
stuff them into your sack.
Yeah.
All right, so we still have the one team, right? So that's it.
We have one team remaining after that. Yes.
Okay. All right, so choose two.
I'm going to. We'll take their first. We'll take their ability to move, and then I'm going to essentially create an opportunity for them to like help me get him inside the containment cell.
All right, cool, no problem. So, yeah, getting him inside the containment cell is not a problem. I think you guys have this well in hand. And you guys are able to wrangle this thing in there. And you guys shut the door. It's a containment chamber, pretty much similar to what you woke up in.
Yeah.
SL5. Does the Beacon and the Janus meet up with you guys by now? Because you guys are pretty much out of combat.
Yeah, I was assuming we were trying to get. I was at least trying to get up there as fast as possible
With my head.
Yeah.
with your head.
I mean, I assume your body is following. Just
I imagine my body's going to stay down there for a little bit longer just to make sure nothing else falls down.
makes sense.
But I'll be up
Yeah.
there, and my head's the one that can talk, so it's good enough.
Yeah. I'm not gonna like worry with the rigmarole of security doors and thing. I'm gonna say you guys can get up there, so that's fine. And you guys can do triumphant celebration or comfort and support.
I mean, even if we couldn't actually go through the security doors, we're both athletic enough where she could probably hop out a window and climb up.
Yeah, you guys could find your way up there.
See,
yeah, you guys find a way up. I don't-
Yeah.
So I'll look. It's like I see. Do we see like the giant slime monster contained?
Yeah, it's contained and it's in the tank.
I'll just look at those two. It's like, oh, you guys didn't. You couldn't have waited for us. Like that looks so, like that would have been so much. That's so cool, and we didn't even get a chance to even see it.
Yeah.
that is true. Neither of us did see it.
I think when we actually manage to wrestle that thing into containment, Apex is just going to turn to Paragon and be like, "High five! That was awesome."
Yeah.
And I am
like except
trying to share a triumphant
shove
celebration.
it back in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to do the team move, share a triumphant celebration. So.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, just let me know what
No,
you guys
wait.
are doing, and you can do your shifts and potential and so on.
so you are already my lover rival, so I take influence over you, which I already had, and I mark potential.
I think if you
Assuming that you engage with me, assuming you don't leave me hanging.
Yeah, it is a reciprocal thing.
I'm going to stack onto that, and when I share triumph, I'm going to ask Apex like, why are they so proud of what they did? Like, why are they happy? Essentially, because I can use that to make a lesson for myself.
Yeah.
Like, what did you do that a superhero should always do?
This is a good question, Apex. What do you have for that?
Let's see how Paragon responds to the high five first, and then I'll answer your question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Paragon.
Okay. Yes.
Right. So Apex is trying to do his team move with you. When you oh wait.
When you share a triumphant celebration.
Yeah.
Basically, he turned to you and was like, "High five! That was awesome." Just
I actually think aren't I guilty right now? So I think I have to leave you hanging. Well, no, I think I'll give you like a high five. Yeah, okay, a
Well,
high
I was gonna
five.
say, what is your team move? Because I mean that may be relevant as well.
That's for the bull.
When you share a triumphant celebration with someone, tell them whether you see them as an equal. If you do, give them influence over you and mark potential. If you don't, shift superior up and any other label down.
Right.
Right.
So that's up to you. Do you see? Are you going to share that team move with Apex or someone else, and do you see them as equal or not?
No, I don't, because right now I'm feeling guilty, because I failed pretty hard. Apex is doing better than I am right now. So, I leave you hanging, Apex.
Okay.
Nice.
So for your team move, if you dress me down basically for jumping that thing and saying that I'm less than you, that is one of your team moves. That would be shift superior up and another label down. That is an option for you.
Yeah, I'm trying to make a sense of the character. I don't think I do it.
Okay. So you leave me hanging. I kind of like, whatever. And Ulysses asked me that question. Why are you guys so proud?
Yeah.
And I think Apex is like, we took down the bad guys. That's what heroes are for.
It's like I look at Apex. Yeah, you guys took him out. Thanks for waiting for your whole team to get here.
So
Ulysses is gonna look at them and say, "Well, I have to protect the innocent."
Ulysses is right. I mean, we gotta.
I guess so, but still, they didn't even listen to me.
I don't think any of us know what you're talking about.
Us to do anything.
He's like, well, they were trying. There was a bunch of debris and stuff, and I tried to use the PA system to get them to stop running into the rain of debris, and they just kept running, and Dullahan had to forcibly get some of them to stop, and even then, some people got hurt. It's like, so I didn't feel like I did anything. And then when I get here and I'm super excited to fight the bad guy, he's already gone.
So speaking of the bad guy, what is this thing?
Right. So
No. Apex is saying that.
yeah.
It almost actually she's not gonna say that. It's like I didn't realize you had any family, Ulysses.
Janice and the Beacon were downstairs. Beacon. Who was the one who spoke on the loudspeaker? Was it Beacon or Janice?
That was me.
It was a beacon.
Beacon. Right. Cool. And Janice was doing anything. If you guys want to do an assess, that's no problem. Did everyone do their team moves? If you don't want to do a team move, that's fine.
I didn't do anything, so I don't feel like I should do a team.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Mine doesn't
that's
make
cool.
sense.
That's not a problem.
Honestly, I don't like my team move to begin with. I don't see me ever using it.
It's
Yeah, I mean, some of them are.
yeah, some of them are really
odd.
weirdly specific.
Yeah. Like, I have to ask them who they see me more, the person in the mask and the person underneath. That's just an awkward thing to ask under 95% of circumstances.
Well, I mean, I think that's also something that may happen later on, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's
Like-
something that could happen. It's just, it's so hard to actually get that point.
Yeah, it's a weird thing.
It's a defining moment that usually comes well in a campaign, and it doesn't come often. So,
Yeah, the protege thing is a weird one too.
yeah.
My sharing a weakness one, super easy. Like, that one I could do pretty much at any time. That one's
Yeah,
not bad
the
at all.
vulnerability ones are actually pretty easy in general.
Yeah.
There's a couple that are weird, but for the most part, they're pretty
Actually,
good.
Yeah?
I was gonna say I think. Oh yeah, I think I was sharing a vulnerability with someone.
Oh, yes, actually, because you were saying that you weren't as useful as you wanted to be.
Yeah, so I think Apex is the one who responded, so I'll say it was with him. So, what do you think, Apex? Should I be here?
Apex?
I'm thinking.
I'm thinking.
You have to think about this.
Well, so remember that the beacon is my rival.
Oh.
Now the question is it a friendly rival or is it a fuck you rival?
I mean, it's not a fuck you rival, but it's
No.
kind of one of those things where, like,
No, what I like is
I think you were where you needed to be, and
because there are rivals. Like one type of rival that I really like seeing. I don't know if you guys know this movie. It's Ninja Scrolls, where he was fighting the blind guy, and he fell off the edge of the cliff, but the blind guy kind of pulled him back up and says, "Well, no, I don't want you to die by accident. I want to be the one to beat you." So it's like,
That is a fun rivalry.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that's more the kind of rivalry that he's got.
Yeah. So it's like you would encourage him to get here sooner next time, so that you can.
Yeah,
outshine him.
I think that's kind of the way he's gonna go. It's like, well, you know, maybe if you run a little faster next time, you can actually make it to the fight.
So you're confirming that I should be here.
Yeah.
All right. Then, if they mark potential and give them influence over you.
And I already have influence over you,
Well,
So
then
you get to shift
his
my
label.
label.
so I shift your labels.
Negative. Yeah, I've got -0. -1 freak, 0 danger, 1 savior, 1 superior, and 2 mundane.
Yeah, because that's like a situation where because you arrived late, you have to kind of either consciously or subconsciously let him take you to school basically and tell
Yeah.
you what you need to be more of and what you need to be less of. So that works out really well.
I think I'm gonna push your freak up and your superior down because I'm telling you to step up your game.
Yeah.
You know, you're lacking.
All right. So
Freak up, but freak not danger.
No, not danger.
Oh.
I didn't say anything about you being a threat here. I told you to hurry the hell up.
yeah, he wants you to be exceptional. You have to be head of the class. So once that's all taken care of, let's see how fast I can move this to a conclusion because I don't want to keep you guys too long. So 2 phone calls, 2 communications are going to come in. The first one is going to be from Janice. For Janice, your boss is going to be calling, and he's going to be yelling at you why you left.
Your break is over. Where'd you go?
I told him that something's going down because they know that I'm a hero.
He knows.
Wait, what?
But
Your
Yeah,
boss
like
knows?
I've kind of been forced to tell him because there's been plenty of times where I've just had to leave work early
right, so
to the point where like I was trying to be fired. I was like, okay, I brought out the actual Doulahan costume, not this sock one that we had in the shop, and it's one of those things. He's still upset about it, but he understands like something happened right down the
That's
street.
kind of circumventing the whole point
1
of the
second.
Genesis secret identity thing.
Yeah.
Like 90% of people don't know. My coworkers are always pissed off at me for leaving halfway through.
Well, but the whole point is that the job is supposed to be conflicting with your heroing.
Yeah, so it's
And
it's not like
yeah,
that
it's like he is going to be pissed off at me, but he at least I knows I'm that it's like I'm at least left with a good reason,
so but
especially when it was down the
it's
street
going to
of
be
him.
one of those things where it's a good reason the first time, it's a good reason the second time, but it keeps happening enough that at this moment,
Yeah, he's upset.
Yeah,
he's
he's
upset
gonna
with
be
how
upset.
often it happens.
so he's going to be shifting your labels.
Alright.
He is going to be telling you that this can't continue, and it's either you work here or not. And if you want to work here, you have to be able to manage your time better and commit to this kind of thing. You're not a little kid anymore. You can't just be running around doing whatever you want. So he's definitely superior up because you have to be better at managing your own personal life and your professional life. And freak down.
I think I'm okay with that.
All right, cool. So
I'll try harder. I ain't sure. I'll do my best. I don't want to keep causing so much trouble for you and the others. And
yeah. So he's,
I imagine while I do that, I get a annual on to just move my head away from. Actually, I don't know if I can really talk to him right now. My phone's on my body.
Well, we're some of your body caught up at this point because this is.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. If that's the case, then yeah, I leave the room before I even start talking.
Yeah. So like he ends in a kind of parental note and he says, "Well, are you okay at least? You didn't get hurt or anything, did you?"
No, I'm okay. I stayed on the ground and saved some people.
Right, and he says, "Well, all right, fine. you can take the rest of the day off. Susan came in. She needs the overtime. She's got like kid headaches, that kind of thing. I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
Okay.
Alright, so that's the Janus and the Legacy. You get a communication that's a bit more urgent. More urgent than losing a job, so you know what this is leveled at. It's a communication from your aunt. And it says that things took a turn for the worst out there on the bay. It's pretty foul. She says some of the heroes have been hurt, and 3 of them got away, and they headed inland.
The bad guys?
She just says 3 of them. Sorry?
I don't think you know what them is.
That is fair.
Yeah.
Is wait, a message or is she talking to me? Like, can I ask who is them?
Yes, you can, because you would not be fully aware who is them.
Who are you talking about? Who is them?
She says, there were entities under the water. That's why we were having so much trouble. It's not random whether it's something, some force, some team, or some group of them that are manipulating things out here. They finally started attacking outright. 3 entities got past our defensive line, and then they disappeared under the water. And as best as Maelstrom could tell, they were headed for the city.
We'll do better next time. We'll get them. This isn't over, that means.
She says,
Calm down.
next time, get ready. That's now. They're headed your way. And,
We need to get to the beach.
Oh, like right now?
Yeah, right now. And while she says this, the building, there's a crash again, and 3 things come through the windows. Right, or everyone is here, the whole team is here, and these 3 things come in. So you guys run through the engaging a dangerous foe as a team. For me, quickly decide who's the leader.
I'll take it.
I imagine it's gonna. Yeah, it's probably gonna be Paragon.
Yeah, it's gonna be Paragon. She's the one who knows what's going on.
Yeah, she's getting all the instructions and.
As much as I'd loathe to admit it,
I'm trying to find.
Alright, I have influence over everyone, so we get +1 on team.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's
It's nothing nice that we have 2.
Yeah. So, and you guys would have the same purpose, which is basically like figure out what the hell is going on here and not get killed.
do you think we're getting? I think even but I do think we would probably lose that. Paragon knows what's going on, but none of the rest of us do, so we're probably caught off balance.
Well, I think we know as much as she does.
Right.
And we're all together ready for heroing, so I don't think we're ill-prepared or off balance.
Oh.
Like, we're not at the food court and then suddenly the ceiling caves in.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys have, how much is it for?
Okay, so we had one.
We gained one.
Hold on. We had one. Then we add 2 for entering battle against a dangerous foe as a team.
Mm-hmm.
The leader has influence everyone, so that adds another. Everyone has the same purpose, that adds another. So we're at 5 total there. Does any member of the team mistrust the leader or the team?
No.
No.
That's
I don't
the
think so.
Slime is obedient.
Okay, so no. So we don't lose one there. The team is not ill-prepared or off balance. We don't lose one there. We're at a total of 5.
All right, excellent. So these things come in, and I was using the time to see if I had any old NPCs that kind of fit the bill. But what it is basically is, you know how this thing was kind of like a goo monster, and kind of not rigidly formed. There's still that quality to most of the body of these things, but there is like a shell in some places, and so it's like they have an exoskeleton that's solid, and it's kind of insectile looking in nature, kind of like an aphid, you could say.
Demons.
Alien.
But inside of the exoskeleton, it's still the same gooey thing, and inside of the gooey thing, you can see kind of a better developed skeleton. And there are substructures inside it. So like the gooey thing that is in the containment field, you guys do realize that it is like it's going to mature into this thing that is in front of you.
That's
Kind of
no-
picturing chaos from Sonic.
Kind of,
Kind of. So it's
except more bug-like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who is going to be closest to the window? Two of you are going to take a powerful blow. The third one is going to head for the containment chamber. So two of these things are going to try and clear an opening for the third one to run in.
I think Paragon and I are probably the ones next to the window since that's where we came in.
Yeah, that's where you guys were thrown and threw into. So
I think I'm
And I'd be the closest
door
to the
into the
containment
realm.
center because I was when he dumped him in.
Yeah, makes sense.
And then we would be me and Doulahan would be near the door, given that
yeah.
we just got here.
Mere mortals.
Especially since I left and just walked back in.
Yeah.
No, we just got here. Not that we're mere mortals.
No, I know. It was a joke.
I'm a mere mortal. She's not even a mere mortal.
All right. So you
I'm
guys
kind of in a weird position.
So who will be taking the powerful blow? It's two powerful.
I think it's Paragon and Apex taking the blows.
Right,
Yeah.
cool. So give me those rolls, whoever wants to go first, and let's see how you guys respond to being charged.
Roll.
It's on the conditions. Take a powerful blow. It's above like afraid and angry and everything.
Well, you stood
Yeah.
strong.
So I'm fine.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Aww.
That's not so good.
That's not terrible.
Oh. All right, so you do have to choose one.
Angry. Just because this is just
Well,
confusing.
you're not choosing a condition.
No, you're not choosing a condition.
You have to choose one from the 7 to 9 list on the powerful blow.
Goddamn. Okay, one sec. Blow. You lash out verbally. You give ground.
I mean, giving ground is the obvious one because they were trying to clear you out of the way.
Yeah.
I'm blown away from the window.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you get blasted back into the lab somewhere.
Yeah.
I think I lash out verbally and provoke a teammate to foolhardy action or take advantage of your influence to inflict a condition.
So you're going to do that instead of giving ground.
Oh no, because I have to pick two, right?
No, you pick one.
On a 7 to 9, you only pick one.
Ground. I get blown past, away from the window.
All right. So giving ground is basically you're gonna be knocked out of the way. So two of these things are gonna get to the the containment chamber.
I can't do anything about that because I'm right there.
You should
I'm
be
standing-
able to.
You
Yeah.
could defend her.
Oh, no, I was gonna say, can I stop them from getting to the containment chamber?
Yeah. How would you like to do that?
I was going to create a wall with my body
Oh.
that
okay.
blocks off the chamber.
That sure sounds like unleashing.
Yep.
Yeah, because I'm not directly attacking, but I'm not letting them get through.
Yeah.
I could
agree with
argue, you
that.
could also argue defending someone.
Well, I'm not trying to defend it. I'm just trying to
Well,
stop them to get to it.
yeah,
I could care
right.
less about anyone attacking
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I don't think he's trying to protect it, so I don't think he defend would
Oh,
apply.
he's
So
trying to
this is
protect the
a-
thing. Or he's trying to stop the movement towards it. It's arguable, to say the least.
Yeah, I could see it as either one. I lean in this case towards unleashing your powers. So you're
Yeah.
really reshaping the environment. You're erecting a wall.
Yeah.
With
Yeah,
myself.
Yeah, I mean that's how your power
And
works.
I roll a 13, so
Holy
That works pretty well. So you get what you want.
You do
I
get
make
what-
I make a big wall that no one can get on around. So
Now here's
I've-
the thing I have to ask though. Who is on which side of that wall?
inside of the wall is the slime they're trying to get to.
Yeah, but I think you're erecting the barrier between the window and that unit,
Yeah.
which I think means everyone but me is on the cage side. Because
Yeah.
that's where the Paragon and the Beacon were. Obviously, you're the wall.
That really depends on where the cage is. Is the cage up against the wall, or is it like in the middle of the room?
Yeah.
Because if it's up against the wall, then everyone should be on the other side of it, except maybe Paragon being knocked
For
away.
certain, Alex is going to be. Is it Alex? Apex. Apex is
Yeah.
going to be on the other side of that wall.
I'm definitely on the wrong side of the wall.
Yeah,
I know
he's
that.
definitely on your own side of the wall. All right.
Yeah, I was just thinking like I just kind of made like myself a wall around it. I wasn't sure like where it is in the room. I was just trying to make a wall around it to stop anyone from getting to it.
So you're more making a bubble around.
I'm trying to bubble around it essentially.
Okay, yeah, sure, no problem. You will have to maintain that though if you want to. So they can't get to the containment chamber at the moment.
No, yeah, I'm getting what I want currently.
Yeah, yeah. So they are refuted, and they are
For right now.
Yeah.
My character's a utility. I said this. He's not very good at fighting.
That's okay. I'm pretty good at it.
Yeah.
All right. So you definitely stood strong. You got hit across the room. You made a bubble. What are the other two guys doing?
I'm just trying to remember what these. Let me look at what these things look like again.
They're kind of like gooey armored tick monsters.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So, they're giant tick monsters, huh? So they're like the slime. They look like the slime creature, but they have shells.
Yeah, they don't flow around like the slime creature. They do have a kind of consistent shape.
So they're
Kind
like,
of a plating type deal.
Yeah.
so it's almost like a hermit crab, only a little bit more gooey.
Right, exactly. Hermit crab is the best analogy for them. They can flow around, but they have taken these things up for defense and mobility and that sort of thing.
Man, vegans are really good at fighting people, not so good at monsters.
Well, if you're taking bow and arrow.
Yeah, I did it. I'm, fight with my.
Well, let's look at what you want to do, and let's see what applies and what powers you could probably put into that. So there are two of them that are not currently engaged, to say tied up, because one is caught up with Apex. Apex is dealing with one.
I caught one in the window and we're wrestling.
Right.
Yep.
But there's two in the room right now.
Oh, I have an idea.
Mhm.
So it's because these things aside from their shells, are these things like gelatinous?
Yeah, kind of gooey.
Yep. So are there in a lab like this, they've got to have like fire hoses or some sort of fire suppression system, right?
Yeah.
Yes, they would. Generally, it would be not a water-based fire suppression thing, but depending on what you want, I don't mind giving that to you.
I was like, because I was thinking, I mean,
So remember they just crawled out of the ocean.
Yeah,
oh yeah, they did just call it the ocean.
yeah,
Probably a factor.
Yeah, you're right.
Fire
No.
suppression in a lab would not be
Oh, but
water-based.
wait, no, it's a lab, isn't it?
Yeah,
There's probably some kind of like powered cable or something if you
No,
want
no,
to
no, I forgot. We're in a laboratory setting.
Yeah.
I got a better idea. They've got to have some liquid nitrogen around, don't they?
That seems totally reasonable to me.
Yes.
So,
yes.
I'll just look at Dula and it's like, okay, I'm gonna try something a bit crazy, so don't get in the way. But, so yeah.
For
I'm
God's
just
sake, be careful where you're aiming that thing.
Oh yeah, no, I like just quick grab. I see the liquid NOS, the NO2 canister. It's like, okay, I hope it's like, I just like aim it and then I just like chuck. I just like, throw it. I just like kick off the canister. I'd axe kick the nozzle off and then I just like do a martial arts spin kick and kick it at whatever one's closest.
All right, so that one of them is closer to you. That one is the one who's going to receive this. This is going to be directly engaged. Good luck, my friend.
You think so? I was thinking freak, but either way, it doesn't make the rolls the same either
No,
way.
you're brawling with it. It's
Yeah.
engage.
Yeah, it's engaged. All right.
I mean, we have team. We could theoretically get that to a 7.
You can. I am going
Do
to
so.
say that.
Do not liquid nitrogen Ulysses, please.
I think I'm the only one that could reasonably help out right now, and that's not enough to get it up to a 7.
No, I think Paragon could reasonably intervene.
Paragon's and currently and knocked back and giving them an opportunity.
But they were knocked back into the room.
Yeah, their opportunity was getting the second one in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I think she wanted to like laser beam it or something. That seems totally plausible.
Yeah.
yeah, she could laser beam the
Paragon can help.
canister.
It's going to be Paragon and the Janus. Yeah, those two
Right.
can help.
Yeah. So if you guys want to spin team, you can do that.
Yeah, but it's also spending 2 teams.
It is two
Yeah.
team, yes.
We have.
It's also
we
on a
have
1
five,
shot.
We do have 5 right now, though.
Yeah.
We have 5
We
teams.
have-
We have 5
Enough
team,
where
and
it's
I
not
am actively
terrible.
trying to end this kind of quickly because I don't want to. Yeah, I know you guys have lives to lead and so on. So you can probably not be too worried about spending too much team.
That's true.
So yeah, just I don't want to nos anybody, especially myself. So team it up, team.
Yeah, if Paragon wants to do it, I'll help out. I don't have a problem with that.
All right, so unless you guys have any clear other ideas, Paragon will probably like laser beam the thing so that it explodes like a grenade. What does the Janus do to help?
I'm actually gonna throw my head at it and just like stun it for a second, just out of confusion, and then have it like with it just bouncing away from it afterwards.
all right.
Here's the thing: I was pretty much planning to throw my head at something anyway, so this is just a different change.
Can I offer an alternate suggestion?
Sure.
Throw your head at the other one so you're not in the exploding goo monster and distract it so they can do it.
I mean, my head ain't gonna bounce away regardless. It's just like stun it for a second while I flies. Flies away while he gets
his
hit
head
with the
won't be
thing.
in danger. What he'll do, right? He'll throw his head at the thing's head, so it's like a long distance headbutt, and make the
Yeah,
thing's head
exactly.
lift up. The thing's head is going to lift up with the impact, so that you get to throw this grenade at its throat, where it's not armored.
Perfect.
I am good.
So as far as pick, since it's a 7 to 9,
You get to pick one.
yep. I think it was inflict. I take a condition, or it's in temporary or unstable.
No, you're directly engaging.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right. I keep forgetting. Sorry.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to create an opportunity. I'm going to create an opportunity for someone else to take advantage of its vulnerable and frozen condition state.
Okay. You'll just need to tell me who.
Probably Paragon.
That makes sense. That's good.
Okay.
It does mean that you get a blow though.
I'm fully aware.
Yeah. So I think what's gonna happen is that this blow is going to be part of the blast of Nitrox. So let's see if you are completely clear of that when nitrogen when it goes off.
All right. No. I
No,
hope so.
That's
'Cause I'm-
good. No, that's your danger. Never mind. So
That's still his miss. He hasn't rolled anything.
7.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
Nope, that's a hit.
That's not.
It's not terrible. It's not terrible. I'm not gonna kill you. So
I would say I'm going to suffer through. Right. Yeah, I'm going to struggle past the pain and mark
two
insecure.
conditions.
Yeah, insecure and hopeless.
cool. That works for me.
Because I just took everything you had to take down one of these things, and there's 2 more.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like I am completely worthless in this fight. What am I even doing here?
Yeah. All right. So we'll get to Apex in a second, but first we'll just look at the third one. The one that you just took just addressed was number 2. Number 3 is going to try to break through.
Since I only threw my head and used that as a team, would I be able to like go in and actually like distract that one by punching in the face or something, whatnot?
I could see you
And this way it
defending.
has a
Yeah.
chance.
You would.
Well, like, not defending, like just directly engaging it.
Also an
While
option.
my head's busy and just slamming into it full strength and trying to distract it from everything else.
Spear tackle the giant slime tick.
So yeah, because what is gonna happen is what's his name? Right, Ulysses. Ulysses is gonna have to take a powerful blow here because the third one was going to try to break through the bubble to get to the containment chamber. Now, what you are doing can give him a plus. Well, a -1. No, you can defend him by doing that then, I guess.
So you can defend Ulysses to avoid him taking a powerful blow,
Yeah.
or you can let him get hit and then attack it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking I'm going to let him get hit.
Everybody loves Ulysses.
That's
what
not
about my
even that.
character?
He also has 6 conditions he can mark. He's fine.
Yeah, that is true.
I know, yeah, no, I am, and
You shouldn't think about it that way. That's the.
Well, I'm not even
No,
thinking of him
even
mechanically.
if
Well, no,
I
it's
also
thinking
just don't
he's a
care
tough
enough.
dude. He can take a hit.
Yeah.
no, yeah,
That's
if I
also
take
true.
6 conditions, I can instantly revive as well.
Yeah. No, you're a sturdy
He's
dude.
fine. I know he can take a hit, and I don't really think
I haven't
honestly
been paying
don't care
attention.
much
Did I
about
take
him.
a hit?
Yes, you're taking a
you're
hit.
about to.
I'm taking 2 hits. What?
You're taking 1 hit. Yes,
Okay. All right, so that's just a flat d6, correct?
2d6.
It's just
2d6.
roll condition.
Unless you have conditions marked. Which
No, I have none.
All right. So what does that give you? What options does that?
1
give
from the
you?
7 to 9 list.
All right. I just struggle past the pain.
So you're gonna mark 2 conditions.
Yeah, I get angry, and I'm also gonna take, even though it's not listed, damage.
Okay.
Like they took some chunks out of me. Like I'm starting to thin out a little.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
I
yeah.
now have 2 conditions. I'm gonna mark it as guilty, even though it's not guilty, just so I can have a thing to put it.
Yeah, that's cool.
If I'm not mistaken, that also adds an additional +1 to your and if it take a powerful blow and whatnot.
Yeah,
Well,
give me a +1.
basically that means it counts as a condition. I think.
I think it counts as 2.
Does it count as 2?
No, it doesn't. It only counts as 1.
Yeah. No, I think the wording on that is
If you
funky.
get an additional condition, which all
means
conditions
that you-
add +1 to this,
Yeah.
and while
you know,
marked, take +1. It's weird phrasing, but it sounds like you take access 2.
no, it means that you get a 6th condition where you normally have 5.
Yeah.
I just mean like how every other condition also makes subtract something. That seems like it adds an additional 1 as well.
Oh, I see what he's saying. But we'll go with the rule as it is for now.
Okay,
I'll
sure.
look into it.
I
later.
just wanted to make sure that like, and
No,
it's,
but
it's
I see what
possible
you're
that's how
saying.
it's
That
intended. Yeah.
that actually it means that when he rolls to take up off a blow, he rolls with conditions and +1.
Yeah, I see the argument for that. It's just poorly worded.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not worded the best.
Yeah. Well, that's why the newer playbooks are tricky because they were added after.
Yeah.
It's like they weren't worked on as thoroughly as the others. So so that's good. You do survive that blow. Let's look at Paragon. Oh, and so we have Paragon, Apex, and the Janus. I think was going to do something. So let's
Yeah.
do Apex, and
Well,
then Paragon, and then
let's
Janus.
let's do the Janus who was going to engage the one that just punched. What's
Yeah.
his name?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, and pretty much right after he punches it, my body's running up and just punching it in the face.
Alright.
Well, my head's still off to the side.
Cool.
Shouting encouragement.
So
Whoa!
Oh,
Oh, hell yeah.
you were motivated.
that was 6s. Because I have no danger. I haven't been able to trigger my mask.
That's what happens when this guy loses his head.
I'm going to resist, and I'm going to... I'm going to try to frighten the opposition.
That's a good one. Alright, because it is going to back off. It is going to back off pretty well. So that leaves 1.
Paragon had an opportunity, I think, and then I was wrestling with the other one.
Right, correct. So we'll do Paragon, and then And then Apex. Paragon, what do you have planned?
I'm gonna try and laser it with my eyes again.
Mm-hmm.
Page, 1 second. Let me just roll.
One.
But- 8! I actually hit this time. Okay.
Nice.
So I think I'm gonna use it to create an opportunity for my allies.
Right. So which one do you laser?
So that the next attack can be more, you know?
Yeah. Which one do you laser?
So there's the one I'm wrestling, the one that Doulahan just punched, and the frozen one, I think.
Yeah.
The one that Apex is wrestling. So, because then it'll give him an easier time to win that wrestling match.
Alright, cool. So that means each of them have the same amount of conditions now.
So that's going to add a team to the pool then?
Yeah.
So we're back up to 4.
So create an opportunity, impress, surprise. I don't think any of them are in a situation to trade blows with you, so I don't think you're gonna get any. Apex, what are you doing?
Well, I'm wrestling this one in the window, so I'm going to try and boot it back out the window.
Alright.
Just snap up and just straight kick it right into the body.
Alright, go get him. Whoa!
BAM!
It's out of here.
Goodbye.
Hit after hit after hit.
Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah, I think it splashes down somewhere in the water somewhere.
Yeah. Well, this is on land. This is by the skyscraper, so it does go out.
Yeah, I know, but we're also at the top of a skyscraper and I'm super strong, so...
Yeah.
I think I just booted that thing out into the bay.
Straight out into the bay. Okay, alright, cool. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright. So what's gonna happen is you guys only have 2 left, and the everybody,
One of them is frozen.
This is a new round, right? So Ulysses, the thing inside of the containment chamber is gonna reach out to you, and it's going to be a similar effect, a similar shift to what it did before. The communication this time is that you are keeping it from its parents, who are there to collect it.
Wait, what?
I love that. Wait, what? We're totally the bad guys in this scenario.
Yeah.
Hey,
the thing in
we
the
didn't know.
containment chamber is going to communicate to you, because you are in a bubble. You are forming a bubble around it, right? It's going to communicate to you. Why are you being such a meanie? You are keeping it away from its parents.
Slime once again. I mean, Ulysses once again, thinking is like, you tried to protect the people. I am protecting the people.
All right. So the shift is going to be I think the shift is going to be the other way around, because it's not just seeing how it sees you. It actually wants you to stop doing that and let it go to its mama. So it's danger down and savior up.
Once again, he's gonna try and reject that, because once again he tried to harm people. And would I take a loss and conditions to that, or
to reject influence, it's a flat.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the insecure one applies a penalty to that. Are you insecure?
I am angry and damaged.
Then you are not insecure, so it's just a flat 2d6.
Yeah.
Can a slime be insecure? That is a question.
I think a newborn can.
Oh,
That's a no bueno.
all right. Well, marking condition and just my labels.
I'm going to tell you that your condition is insecure now, because you are questioning whether or not you are actually the good guy in this scenario. So yeah,
Alright.
the shift does happen.
Danger down, savior up.
Yeah.
But now I just have I have 2, 1, 1, -2.
Yeah.
And of course, its words hit home, which is also relevant.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Keep in mind that none of us know the fact that this thing they're its parents.
Only the other slime monster knows that.
Yeah, so if they hit home, then like you just kind of see me like it's kind of like and it's like puddle around like the wall falls and it becomes a puddle and he just kind of sits there.
What are you doing,
So
Ulysses.
Ulysses?
I'm just like, well, I mean, apparently that's his parents. Its parents. I mean,
so yeah.
I
so
don't know.
The one that's frozen, Paragon. It's going to like its movement is way down, and this thing is in severe pain. Yeah, we kind of wrapping up here. So like, and it's going to, you see, it's going to turn and it's going to move, just like limping across to the containment chamber. And you all can hear them calling out for each other.
I'm assuming they're just like kind of walking over me at this point because I'm still puddled on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna move or do anything. Just gonna stare.
Yeah. So the other one in the corner is also gonna move towards the containment chamber. They're gonna open it, and the slime inside is just gonna kind of flow out, and you can see them kind of lean over, and they're, I don't know if cleaning is the right word, but they're going to do their version of like the nurturing thing.
Yeah.
So you can see like the family is reunited, and the one who was frightened is going to turn to you, Legacy, and I need to check your extra to make sure I phrase this properly.
How do I properly make you feel terrible about this?
It's going to be a kind of a weird thing because it's going to say thank you, but you are going to know that you were doing everything except helping this thing.
Oh.
So, you have guilty already, or did you clear that?
I don't think anybody's cleared anything.
I'm not giving it to you automatically, by the way. You will have to roll for this, but it's going to be thanking you for
Thanks for nothing.
Yeah. Savior's gonna go up, and what else is gonna go down?
Okay, Savior's going up, and let's see. Savior's going up, and
Mundane is probably gonna go down, I think,
down.
because it's gonna be one of those situations where anybody else would have automatically thought and trying to kill it, but you guys eventually let it rescue its kid.
Wow.
So it's going to say thanks for not being like everyone else and letting them save their kid. So it's Savior up, Mundane down.
Okay. I accept that. I'm a monster.
So Maelstrom comes in through the open window, and he just looks at everyone and says, "Is everyone okay?"
The inside?
He's like peeking in. You can see his head, like he's hovering outside of the building, and he's peeking in through the broken glass, and he just looks around and is like, "Is everyone okay in here?"
Are the critters gone at this point? Did they leave?
No, they are still there.
Okay. I think Apex just kind of looks at him and just like shakes his head.
Let's just goes, nothing else.
I think my best response is just punch one of the things in the face.
What?
I'm still pissed off. Like I'm still angry from before, and I don't really, and like I still see these things as destroying my father's building, and among everything else that they're doing.
What should I make you do?
Who is going to jump in to defend this thing?
I am.
That's what's gonna happen here.
I'm gonna like jump in and stop that.
Ulysses might object to it, but he's not gonna do anything.
Alright, so give me that defend roll. I love the fact that this allows me to not be a GM who had someone roll to punch the parents and child.
Oh no, he's still gonna punch the thing.
No, he's gonna punch me instead.
No, for against a PC, when you defend, all you do is give them a -2 to their roll.
Oh, well, Oh well, that's an
Well, I have
eight
a
right
plus
away.
0
Kind of.
normally, so
that's
I have
for if,
minus
that's
2.
for if
Like
the
you're like trying to hold
attacking
them back at this point.
you.
Yeah, so you give them -2 to their roll,
Oh right, yeah. So that,
and on a 7 and 9, you expose yourself to cost, retribution, or judgment.
So perfect. So
all right.
so
hold on,
you
let me-
take a -2, and I'll take the cost, retribution, or judgment. But
Hmm.
I'm gonna
Alright.
try and hold you back. It's like, no, it's over. Stop it.
Mine's -2. And submit.
Thank
Oh,
God.
barely.
Yay!
Thank
Good
God.
thing I haven't been able to change my mask ever.
This is not what I've signed up for. Alright, so he misses. And the cost and retribution is that who defended? The beacon?
I did. Yeah, beacon.
The beacon.
Alright, excellent. So that's what that your cost is gonna be something like that. I was kinda hoping it would have been a superhero, but anyway. The what's his name? Maelstrom. Right, so Maelstrom uses his powers to gather these 3 things up. Well, 4. No, 3. 3. You kicked one out
Okay,
the
no.
window.
Okay,
One of
he's
them's
not,
back
he's
up
not,
the
is he dragging me into this?
No. It's the 2 parents and the child. He's gonna
Because
grab.
one of them's out in the bay.
Because
Yeah,
one of them's out in the bay.
yeah. One of them has already made the journey. He just here to collect the stragglers, and he gathers them up and he says, I'll speak to you guys later. And he's angry, but right now his priority is to get them back to their species, their race, because that was the reason for this whole thing. The people up here were
It really would have been
experimenting
nice if they ever told us that was what's going on.
That
That was
would've
supposed to be
been
helping get this thing escape. Not
And when they yell at us,
putting
I will
back
be
in the
sure to
chamber.
point that out.
We just went in and started attacking. We didn't ask. We didn't assess. We just. Oh
Exactly.
Jesus!
Oh,
I had to ask
you
I mean,
you
told
guys
us-
to do a
I-
This, that's my modus
stuff.
operandi. I mean, that was going to happen.
My improvement was going up the lesson of always protect the innocent. He has an excuse.
Well, the newborn doesn't know about the nuances of those lessons. So, like, in an extended campaign, we would have been able to, like, go into that further, like, push how far you are willing to stick to your lesson. Like, I would have revealed to you that this is a mother and child and put you in a situation where you had to choose either to defend somebody from them or to protect them. Things like that.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what the fun of the newborn playbook is. Your retribution, Mr. Beacon, is probably going to come from your family. You guys have definitely lost. Now, I know this is not connected to what the punch is, but I mean, I don't have many options here. We do have to wrap this up.
That's fine.
Yeah, so your family has definitely lost the whatever business opportunity they came here for. You guys are gonna have to start over. Probably gonna have to find another lease space as well, because between the damage and the fact that you guys don't have the contract to justify the expenditure here, there's some stuff that you're gonna have to go through with your family. That's not gonna be pleasant. The legacy, you are gonna have to kind of an awkward conversation with your aunt, because your aunt is probably just gonna be assuming that you protected these guys or
Yeah.
something, not until she finds out what you did.
Oh, no wonder she judges me.
Yeah, and so just for funsies, can you make that roll that the legacy has? Let me just see what would have happened.
When your time passes,
Yeah,
Sure. Roll. What I roll?
you have some
I've
questions
saved
to
it.
ask your teammates first.
yeah. So the way it works is, you ask ask the other players the following 3 questions, and you take a -1 to the roll for each no. Have you been upholding the traditions of your legacy?
Have I?
No.
I don't know.
You beat up a baby.
Yeah, no, I'd say no.
Have you maintained the image of your legacy?
No.
No. You beat up a baby. Have you
Nobody
made the
saw
other
it, but-
members of your legacy proud?
No.
No. You beat up a baby.
Well, I don't
So-
know.
I like the fact that you helped fighting him.
I actually don't. I actually don't know. That one's actually a little bit of a toss-up because her legacy is the one that told us that they were on her way and insinuated that they were sort of.
It depends on what the legacy's intention for sending her here was.
I attacked a baby, guys. It's over for me.
I'm not saying that you completely pissed her off, but I don't think you made her proud.
No.
So I think you're rolling plus savior with a -3.
Yeah.
Okay. -3. Let's see.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You are not gonna be allowed to wear that uniform for a while.
On a miss, something you did. Guess what? Stirred up the hornet's nest. Expect several members of your legacy to meddle with your life.
Yeah.
Oh, you done fucked up now.
Yeah, they're gonna basically. It's the equivalent of them sending you off to boarding school. They're gonna.
I'm just gonna say, I never hit a baby. I carried a baby I carried the baby to its bed.
More like you carried the baby to its containment chamber.
Well,
you locked a baby in prison, okay? I don't think you can be dancing
first of
around
all,
this one.
that baby was trying to kill people.
I will remind you, I tackled a baby. I'm not in much better situation.
I attacked the baby. I attacked the parents.
I gently caressed a murderous baby and then put them back in their cell.
Anyway,
and then built a wall around them so no one could hurt them.
So no one could free them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they look at it.
We're terrible people.
Your caretaker, the new one, is probably going to give you a new lesson.
Yeah.
And my parents are going to ground me for life.
Oh yeah, you are locked away. It's like
I feel like the new lesson is something along the lines
God.
of the hero should understand the situation before they act, or something like that.
that is exactly
Oh,
what
wait.
he's going. What lesson is going to be? That's your new lesson.
Wait. What? What the hell? That roll doesn't make sense.
What do you mean?
That's because I rolled 2 2s and I have a +3, but it only gave me a 5.
Don't you have a thing that is affecting your mundane?
Yeah, if you have there's a condition mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
do have angry mode, but I don't think this would affect me past.
no. So the problem is if you use the roll on the sheet, angry modifies any
Yeah.
mundane roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is
makes
actually
sense.
a 7.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah. I'm doing okay with my secret identity stuff.
Yeah. Let's see what your secret identity stuff would have.
I've lapsed on one of my choice.
You've lapsed on an obligation. I think we know which one.
Yeah.
It's on my choice, and this is after the fact. I've been doing good at going to work after this fight. I've not been doing so good with schoolwork.
Are you feeling somewhat guilty and distracted in class? No, you're probably still pissed.
No, I've been spending more time at work, making up hours.
Yeah. That makes sense to me. Alright, so that's good. So that takes care of the legacy, the Janus, the beacon. We know what happens to you. You are gonna have trouble at home, and I think everybody who else, the newborn, you have your new lesson. Anybody else?
My new lesson of understanding a situation.
The bull also.
What that will entail is that I sit down and have a nice conversation with the superhero before fighting them.
Yeah. The bull, you are in a kind of a unique situation because you guys did not do the correct thing, but you were a pretty exemplary bull. So, like, where does that leave you?
I mean, I have a sneaking suspicion that my my sort of retiree mentor probably gives me a talking to later.
Yeah. Yeah.
Given the fact that this is kind of the exact situation he's trying to keep me from doing.
Exactly. That was the whole point of this. Yeah. So you are gonna get a dressing down as well. I feel like I have punished everyone. Jesus. I know that's one. Yeah.
I mean, I think that if I were playing this character long term, I would probably eventually end up taking the fireside chat move from the protege.
Yeah.
For his mentor and.
Yeah, I think that's a good character basis to build on with that kind of NPC layout and that kind of thing. I think that's a good concept.
I wanted something that was a bull that was something other than I got experimented on in a lab and rescued, because
Yeah.
like the Superboy principle runs real fucking strong in the bull.
Yeah. Yeah.
A way you could go about it is you volunteered for the program.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You did this
Well,
to help.
yeah.
your
Well, I
life
mean,
for
to
whatever
an
reason.
extent, you get that anyway, or you can do that way, because that's kind of the Wolverine X-23 approach,
Yeah.
where you volunteered for Weapon X, and it turned out to be a terrible thing. But
No, I mean, like, you've had full knowledge of what you're going into, and you volunteered to do
If
it.
we hadn't attacked the thing straight on, if we tried to communicate with, would it have been a totally different game?
Yeah.
almost certainly, yeah.
like off the top of my head, because I don't have all these things micromanaged. I don't plan them in detail, but off the top of my head, if you guys
No, I'm going to be honest with you. I knew exactly what was going on the moment you started talking about how that was totally charging into battle without hedging your bets.
Yes.
I'm like, I am making 180% the wrong decision here. It's fantastic. I knew where this was going from the moment that started.
I had a feeling I knew where this was going from the start, but my character, like, I had no way of.
Oh, the bull didn't give a shit.
I didn't like. My character didn't get there in time to get the first bit of information, so
Yeah.
I could. Out of character, I might have known what was going on, but in character, I had no idea.
because that was
Pretty much
that's
up
what I was
until
trying
I
to
threw
do.
that last punch, I had no idea what was going on. I didn't even know they
Right.
could speak.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was fantastic.
Yeah.
The bull totally fucked this for everybody else.
Because
But in a good way, I think.
Because that's what
I hope you guys agree that was a good way to fuck things up.
I do see
Yeah.
myself as a danger for the most part. I would have been right there with you fucking things up.
and you have
I
to
just
admit,
never
it's
got a
lot more
chance to
fun than
use my
talking your way
mask.
out.
No, yeah, my character just went off like he's attacking people. Gotta do something.
Yeah. It was
I mean,
so
that's
fun.
kind of like my character's approach. Holy shit, there's a giant slime monster that just tore this building apart and is dropping rubble on people.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
fuck
You know what they say about
He's
it something.
throwing rubble around and he broke my father's building. He can go to hell.
I don't give a shit about your building.
Yeah. Off the top
I
of my
do.
head, if you guys had spoken to it, you guys would have found out what the real situation was, and the thing you guys would have had to contend with would be the laboratory people's forces.
Yeah, lab security and
Yeah. Coming
I
to
would
get
have,
this thing
man.
back.
I would hope we would.
we would have done much better against that.
Yeah.
Oh, probably.
Yeah. But it was deliberately set up in a way where you guys were not given much information to go on. Especially like when the Legacy's aunt called and just said they. You know, they were headed your way. And it was left up to you to kind of suss
Oh,
out.
goddamn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Should have been more specific. Their fault, not ours.
No, that's exactly the way you're supposed to run an adult in this game.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Adults are supposed to be
Ran perfectly.
make stupid decisions.
Yeah, exactly. But thanks a lot, you guys, for playing this game. I had fun. I hope you guys aren't too down with the reveal at the end. You guys performed remarkably. Most of your moves came off well. You guys had some good ideas, and I'm really glad to play with you guys. And I hope you had
Yeah,
fun.
I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That's
Oh
fine.
yeah, no. It's not every man. You know, it's not. You know, you don't always. Superheroes sometimes make stupid decisions.
Yeah.
Part of.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's important that superheroes are wrong sometimes, and the thing that makes a superhero who's wrong interesting is how they develop from being wrong.
Right,
they
exactly. Because if this were a campaign, what would happen from the next session is you guys trying to come back from this. So like you guys would have the results of the talking to for the bull.
Yeah, like, I'm gonna be honest. Long term, like if this was a long term game,
Mhm.
I think most of us took a powerful blow at the end of that.
Yeah.
Because a powerful blow doesn't mean necessarily get punched. You can take it a powerful emotion.
an emotional shock to the system. Yeah.
I think that could have been one for most of us, and I think it would have been. I think a campaign coming out of this could have been really interesting.
Yeah.
I think it's a
And-
good
And
setup.
another thing too is that being teenagers, the whole idea of being teenage superiors is you do the best you can with whatever little you have.
Yeah.
In terms of information and so on. So you guys did the best you could. And I couldn't ask anything more.
Best we could was putting a baby.
Yeah. Next time, just assess the situation, you know, but next time me or Miana have a ball, we'll see how that goes.
But I do gotta go, guys. It was
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
great talking.
Alright.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Okay, you guys have a great evening.
See ya.
You too.
You too.
Bye.